Hey, we're in.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
How you doing? Should we move this mic forward? Yeah.
No. Yeah. There we go.
How's it going, everybody?
So we're here to go through all 135 cards of the new Hearthstone expansion.
And we'll be here for as long as it takes.
To disagree with each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the thing, because like pretty much anything that's said on any stream at this point, it is all hearsay. Like no one is
at this point, at any point in this, with any new cards.
Everyone's gonna have their own opinions. Not
Yeah.
everyone's gonna agree with each other, and no one will be proven right or wrong until the set is released. So,
yeah, which is why I don't like starring cards and things like that, because you never know how good the card's actually going to be. So we've got lots to cover. So let's jump into this with King Togglewaggel. The 8-mana 5/5 battle cry. Swap decks with your opponent. Give them a ransom spell to swap back. 5 mana King's Ransom. Swap your deck with your opponents. First thoughts.
How do you even start with this card? Obviously, the stats are very much something we've seen across the whole set. The stats, 8 for a 5/5, not great.
A low stat minion.
But swap decks with your opponents. How can you see? The thing is, this is one of those mechanics that somebody at some point is going to figure out a way of making it work and making it good somehow. Because
good meaning not competitive.
We're swapping decks with the opponent. What does that even mean?
It means you've got to make a bad deck, or you've got to draw your own deck to the point that all you've got left are your bad cards.
Or you make a deck in a way that is able to exploit the opponent's deck once you've got it. So the cards in your hand are somehow working with the cards they've got in their deck somehow.
I mean, there was something where it was kind of like the ideal world scenario was your Hunter versus Raza Priest. And just say, for instance, you're not dead as Hunter versus Raza Priest. You can play King Togglewaggel, nick their cards, and then play like 2 trackings and blow their cards up or something. You know, it's really, really janky. Because the only way I can think of honestly doing this is like you play Togglewaggel when they've got 10 cards, then they don't get their deck back. And if you do if you play like Milrogue and you draw like loads and loads of cards, so you haven't got many cards left in your deck that any use to anybody, even yourself. You just nick their cards. If Jade, and it helps with the Milrogue and more the fact that if they're going self-mill, if they're going, I'm just going to spam a load of Jades. Oh, I'll have those then.
It does disrupt people, I suppose. It's one of those. It disrupts. It's a disrupt card. Yeah. It's not going to win anything. I don't think. It's not going to. I can't think of any combos right now. But
it's going to be a troll. It's Trolden's Wet Dream.
Yeah.
Right there. Like, it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah. There's Trolden videos to come, definitely.
So we're going to go down here. I'm going to go straight to the darkness, and I'm going to leave this all on you, Chrisbee.
The reason he's left it to me is because I don't know. I love this card. This is my favorite card. This represents everything I love about Hearthstone. And I'm glad that they did something like this in the set and didn't focus too much on stats and bringing out new powers and stuff. And this is right now. This is going to be. I mean, Trump described it as a flavor card of the month, and it is definitely going to be that. I think people are going to be using this card more than anything else, especially to start off with. Whether or not it works, whether or not it actually you see a lot of it, we're going to see. There's going to be loads of ways of exploiting it. Personally, I think Deadman's Hand's probably the best way to go with this, in terms of exploiting it for as much as you can get. And, hopefully if you can get a few of them out on the board, then maybe these candles, if you're shoving loads of them into your deck, they activate all of them. Yeah. We just don't know. So it's just going to be a wait and see. Obviously, I mean, what do you think about it?
I love the design. Again, I've become a big fan of like the flavour of this. You're going to a dungeon, and the foes you like approach while going through a dungeon, and obviously the darkness would be one of them. You got kobolds that don't like their candles being blown out, and that unleashes the darkness. I feel the card's good. I feel the card is got a hell of a lot of weaknesses. The fact that it can't be targeted, it's dormant straight away. They draw all the candles. That's brilliant. But then they've drawn all these cards and they've drawn all the candles, so they've drawn their mind controllers, they've drawn their outlaw peacekeepers, they've drawn their equalities, they've drawn their polymorph, they've drawn their hexes, and it's kind of just like but I think what I do like more about it is it's not a deck build card. You know, you don't build a deck around the darkness. You literally say to your opponent, "Here's my deck, and here's a 20/20 for you to deal with as well."
Yeah.
So that's what I do like about the card.
Deal with this while I'm not off doing.
It's like, because I compare this kind of as a big static minion comes out of nowhere. It's like the ancient one, but you built your deck to summon the ancient one to get mind controlled or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's I know we're gonna go through all the cards, but there's that priest card coming up that swaps the attack with another minion. Like, can you imagine just like stealing the attack of the darkness and then just like blowing up the darkness with like Shadow of Pain or something? But
absolutely. And the thing is, it's like people were saying, it's just like, oh, but you're not. It's like wasting. Like, I've heard a lot of things about wasting your turn 4. Like, by summoning a dormant monster is not doing anything, you know, throwing that 4 mana away. The thing is, you're the one who's dictating when you play this. You could wait until the end of the game when they got no deck left, and then suddenly pop out a 20/20.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You can work it in so many different ways. So it's definitely my favorite card of the set so far. Absolutely.
Got a second here. Okay, so this is Dewey in the chat, by the way, right?
Yeah.
So he just said, so the wording on the card does say, shuffle 3 candles into the enemy's deck. When they're drawn, it awakens. Archbishop Benedictus and draw them yourself. Duh.
We don't know if that works.
But we'll be testing that.
Oh, yeah.
Because we stupidly crafted Archbishop Benedictus quite recently.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. And it's one of those sleeper cards, Archbenedictus, so it's just like, it's, at some point it's going to be really good. And if the darkness doesn't work now, again, anything that seems good in this set, or at least I say is good, I'm not saying it in the sense that it might be the best in the set, but I guarantee you at some point it's going to be really, really good. And if the darkness doesn't take over this set, it will at some point, guaranteed. And
these cards are going to be around for a while as well, because the way that's coming out, it's the last set of the year, which means it'll have the whole year before it'll have the next year of Hearthstone. But when I think it'll rotate out of the middle of... No, it will rotate out like the end of next year, won't it? Or the middle of next year.
Yeah.
It'll be around for a while. So let's go on to Master Oakheart, which was another one revealed in the reveal stream yesterday. 9 for a 5/5, Battlecry, recruit a 1, 2, and 3 attack minion. So obviously recruit, if you don't know, is just bring a minion from your deck onto the battlefield. So you get a 1 attack, a 2 attack, and a 3 attack minion. I think it's really good, depending on, again, it is a build around card. Because you play it in Warlock with that 9 for a 3/9. When it dies, some of the 3/1/3s, you can get that. You can get Hydronox with this.
Yep.
And then just like even like 1 attack minions, you could even ridiculous. You know, you get things like Bolvar if you want to go to 1/7. You could get.
Well, that's it. Because I think Paladin. I think Paladin's going to probably benefit the most. One of the most beneficial one of the best classes to benefit from a recruit. Obviously, they're seeing like a big like push in Druid.
Can you imagine it? Can you imagine in Wild that card that summons 3 2-cost minions and just drop their shielded mini bots out on you? Or this thing, you play 9 for a 5/5 and it drops like a shielded mini bot, the 1/1 divine shield taunt, and I can't even think of 3 attack paladin card right now, but
it takes your board when it's got nothing and it turns it into a board.
Yeah,
it's one of those like, because it like again like you said, like there's a reoccurring theme of seeing low statted minions compared to their levels, which is 9 for 5/5. So you know you got 4 mana, 4 attack, 4 health to fill in there, and you're going to get that from the 3 that you're getting out.
Yeah.
So if you take 1, 2, and 3, add them together, that's 6. That's 9 for an 11/11. So that's that's
pretty
fair.
good. That's pretty good, and it's across multiple bodies. So don't have a board wipe. It is pretty good. It is pretty good. So carry on down. I'll give you this one as well, Chrisbee. My cities and turns. Zola the Gorgon.
Zola the Gorgon. Choose a friendly minion, add a golden copy of it to your hand.
I love the fact it's golden. Sorry, I had to add that bit.
Yeah, obviously the golden's just a meme.
Yeah.
So you're choosing a friendly minion, you're adding a copy to your hand. The potential is huge, because especially in like say Kazakus type decks or things like that, the cards that you're normally only allowed 1 of that do a lot, this does that, and I think it will get used. I think it will probably be. I feel this is going to be the sleeper card of the season. I think this card is not going to get used until people start using it, and as soon as they used it, they'll be thinking to themselves, "Why the hell wasn't I using it before?"
Yeah.
I think this will be part of the main meta decks. I feel.
When we move down the list a little bit more to the rogue cards, I thought this would fit very well in Tempo Rogue. Could you get like another Caliseth? You could get another Vile Spine Slayer, but Rogue have got a card I think that does that better. But I do agree this is going to be a sleeper card. It's a really good card. I mean, what was that card? Manic Soulcaster for Mage, the 3 for a 3/4 that shuffles a copy of minion into your deck. Because you played that in the Inkmaster Solia Kazakus decks when that came out.
You could have
this instead, where you play Kazakus and you make a copy of Kazakus to your hand.
You could have both and have an infinite combo.
Yeah, you can just keep going and just.
But the thing is, because what we found in a lot of the metas, like with Big Priest doing their damage combo with Raza Kazakus Priest, there's so many cards in the metas where decks rely on one, maybe two cards, and having a way of recycling those and having a way of getting them back in such an easy way, I feel is going to be huge. So I think this is a really good card.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the neutral legendaries done. I'm going to jump onto the epics now, and these two coming up. I mean, we're going to have a lot of fun with these two. So I'll take the first one, Dragon Hatcher, 9 for a 2/4. Yes, you heard that correctly. 9 for a 2/4. At the end of your turn, recruit a dragon. Now, at first glance, and pretty much every glance at this card, it's trash. It's got some potential, again, for maybe like meme decks. And your ideal scenario for this card is Barnes. So you Barnes your Dragon Hatch, and your Dragon Hatch gets you your Serra or your Deathwing. But it's more that you've played a lot of Big Priest. I play quite a lot of Big Priest. Would you play this in Big Dragon Priest?
I'd play anything.
Okay,
and yeah, I feel this is anything.
Now I think this card, again, talk about sleeper cards. Forgetting its name completely from the last set, there are a lot of end of turn effects in this set. With that thing that makes end of turn effects trigger twice.
And we did say that was going
to be a sleeper card. Eventually, that was going to come good. I think this card has. I don't know. I really do not want to say this card has potential because
it does. It has potential. This absolutely has potential. Whether or not that potential comes to anything, we'll have to see.
I think that the one argument I've seen against this card, for this card, is you play even if you play this on 9 mana for a 2/4 and it gets you a Ysera, your opponent also is going to deal with the Ysera, but also has to deal with the 2/4 minion. They have at the later stages of the game they have to make you waste a removal spell on a 2/4 minion, or they have to trade their big guy into it. That's pretty good.
What I think it should be is a 3/4.
Yeah,
personally,
or a 3/5 or
because
something.
2/4 priests are going to be stealing it. They're going to be throwing it around. They're going to be slapping your face with it.
Come on, oh my god, they can Potion of Madness. Yeah, exactly. This card's trash.
It's terrifying.
The card is trash.
I'd be playing it after I played it. Even if I got a really good board afterwards, I'd be terrified. I'd spend so much time terrified. So I don't feel like this card would be too much. So where are we at? Like, what's this next one we got?
Okay, so we got Grand Archivist. It's an 8 for a 4/7.
Just scroll down a little bit. I think is it.
Oh, it's not quite in screen.
Almost. Yeah, there we go.
So we got 8 for a 4/7. At the end of your turn, cast a spell from your deck. Targets are chosen randomly.
Here we go again with the end of your turn effects.
Go. This is on you.
Okay, so 4/7. Good stats. You could probably rate the stats at about 5 or 6, I suppose. So it's got staying power on the board. It's a 4 attack minion, so priests are going to struggle to get rid of it. So 4 attack end of turn. I always feel like if you're going to have a solid end of turn effect monster, you need to have 4 attack, which this does.
Yeah, it needs to yeah.
At the end of the turn, it casts a random spell from your deck. Target chosen randomly. Now, I'm guessing, because obviously we're surmising here, but I'm going to guess by the way it's worded that it's not removing cards from your deck so much as it's choosing from the cards that are in your deck and then casting almost a copy of it.
I don't know, because that's actually a popular argument, because it would normally say, I would think the card would say, at the end of your turn, cast a copy of a card in your deck, target chose randomly. If it was going to copy a card in your deck, there's no reason it wouldn't say it. I do think it takes the card out of your deck.
So if that does, and that is a thing, then that's actually a bigger deal than, because it doesn't seem like much, but if it's casting a copy, it's not removing cards from your deck. If it is removing cards from your deck, then it's lowering the amount of cards in your deck, which means it's going to be hitting with combos. It's a neutral, so it can be played in so many different things. If you're trying to get to the end of your deck, like say for instance a Miracle Rogue or a Quest Mage or a Druid, so many different cards are trying to get to the end of the game. So targets chosen randomly, obviously. Because it's choosing the targets randomly, you're building the deck around that. So, for instance, Flame Strike doesn't target. So, you running Flame Strike would mean if it plays Flame Strike, it's just going to Flame Strike the board. Yeah. So, obviously, that's something you're going to take into consideration.
Yeah, there we go. That was it. This was Zalay on Omnistone said the reason he thinks this takes a card out your deck is because you could play a deck with 26 minions, 2 Frost Novas, and 2 Blizzards, and your opponent would never attack with a minion. Because you just play this, copy a Frost Nova, copy a Blizzard, copy a Frost Nova, copy a Blizzard.
That is a very good point.
I think the card's really good. My initial good thing about it doesn't work anymore. It was the Mage Legendary, because we also found out watching the reveal stream last night with Ben Broden Day 9 that Deck of Wonders doesn't count casting spells for things like the Ethereal Golem and the Mage Legendary. So it's not as good, because you could run it in Mage with Flame Strike and say Blizzard and all that kind of stuff, and then you get a load of dragons. But yeah, I think it's still fun, and the fact it is neutral, you can see it in a lot of different things.
The potential's huge.
I mean, what's it going to be? Like, turn 8, play this, then cast Ultimate Infestation from your deck, and watch your opponent cry. But, well...
it doesn't really matter what it hits. Hit you in face, who cares? Right.
Okay, so I'll take the next one. We've got Corridor Creeper.
Let's just see if it's definitely on the screen proper.
Corridor Creeper. So, 7 for a 5/5. Cost 1 less for each minion
that dies
while this is in your hand. Now, my only, the only card I can compare this to is Bolvar 4 Dragon. The Paladin Legendary from, I think it was the Grand Tournament. It got +1 attack for each minion that died while it was in your hand. It's the fact that it was trash if you drew it late. I think this card is better in respect it's not unacceptable for you to pay 7 for a 5/5 beast. It's not ideal, but it's better than playing a 1/7, which is Bolvar.
Well, I mean, let me battle the Bolvar kind of evaluation, because it's more the case of Bolvar. It was only until the end of your turn, and for minions that died this turn. This can sit in your hand.
Yeah,
and it's not just when your minions die; it's whenever a minion dies.
Yes.
So this could potentially be summoned quite quickly. So rather than comparing it to that, I'd compare it more to Kabbalist Crystal Runner.
I will actually agree with you on that. To be honest, I did misread. I thought it was one of your minions died.
Yeah, no. It's whenever a minion dies. So it's relatively quickly, which is why 7 mana you can actually understand, because obviously, especially with say things like hunters or druids that would run quite a lot of beasts, it happens so quickly. I think that in a tempo druid is ridiculously good, because the amount of minions that die really quickly. So yeah, I mean, I think it's again a wait and see. That's going to be pretty much the comment for almost all the cards.
Yeah, but it's going to be a comment for most of the cards. There's going to be a few that we know are going to be really good. Then a few it's kind of will it see play? Will it not? You never know. You never know. What's the Dewey saying in the chat here? He can't wait for it to polymorph himself. That was me. You wouldn't play polymorph in that deck. Come on, you idiot! Why would you play polymorph in that deck? Why would you play a target?
I'm gonna play it in a paladin with loads of buff cards.
I'm gonna play that in a paladin. The only 2 spells in my deck will be equality and humidity.
Nice.
Okay, so I'll take this one because I know you'll want to talk about this one. Even though I've got a few things to say about this one as well. So Spiteful Summoner, one of my favourite cards because I like the fact they're bringing back the kind of jousting mechanic, but with spells. So you reveal a spell from your deck, and then you summon a random minion with the same cost. So it's pretty good. I like the idea that they're trying to get you to make a deck that has like big spells, like the expensive mage, wherever it's going to be. Like, you know, you can just play this, reveal a... If you play a deck of wonders and then you just play this, reveal a 5 cost, you get a 6 for a 4 and a 5 drop. It's pretty good. That's pretty good, and it's neutral, obviously, as well. I like it. I think the mechanic's good. Just, yeah, I think it's an all-round decent card. Whether it'll see competitive play, who knows? But I think just on first glance, I like the card.
It's the kind of thing where I think it's the kind of card that people will be using, because like I think what we'll find is, because this is more of like a mid-range kind of set from what we've seen. People are going to be dominating the ladder with still again with things like Tempo Druid, with Jade Druid, with you know, the same old crap that everybody hates. But people are going to be getting practices in with decks like this. There's going to be a whole bunch of people trying new decks. As soon as the ban list comes around, it's going to be next year, so it's going to be some time.
It's going to be soon.
But the people who are going to benefit the most are the people who've got their practice in. And this is one of those kind of cards that's going to be quite good, I think, after the ban list.
Yeah, I think so.
Until that happens, though, it's, you know, it's hit and miss. It's hard to tell.
It's hit and miss, yeah. Okay, you're good to move on? Nothing real to say about that? So this is probably one of like our both favourite cards in the set, and I still can't wait to see the gold of this card. So we have Coniferous Cube.
As soon as the set started revealing cards, this is the one that I feel it was just missed out. I mean, this is an incredible card. Again, the potential is huge. We're going to be saying a lot of the same crap throughout the entire stream, but like this card, it destroys a minion. So obviously that minion is going to be Death Rattle. You want it to be Death Rattle. If it's not, then it's going to be a big minion you want 2 copies of when it dies. And you can do it on itself and stuff. You could potentially turn 10, community Q, and then summon 2 4/6s afterwards, or you know, you start spamming out the 4 attack minions against the priest, or you can just, there's so much versatility in this card. There's so much versatility in this card. It's absolutely brilliant. You could do it in a priest where you summon a Obsidian statue, you kill it, and it kills a minion after you've already attacked and gained health, and then they kill the cube, and then the cube summons 2 more bloody Obsidian statues, and then afterwards you Nazoth and bring back 3 Obsidian statues. You know what I mean? It's a snowball effect card that is just absolutely huge, and I'm not even going to say maybe this is going to be good. I think this is going to be good. Simple as that.
I think this is an automatic craft 2 of this card, because it fits in most decks. You say the same thing with Obsidian Statue. I was thinking the same thing with Tyrion, because with this set, obviously with legendary weapons, we'll get to those in a bit. Weapon hate's going to be everywhere. So what you need is more Ashbringers, and they run weapon removal, right? So you play a Tyrion, you attack with the Tyrion, you cube the Tyrion, you whack them with Ashbringer, you then... This dies, you get 2 Tyrions, you play an Azoth, you bring back 3 Tyrions.
Plus it's a 5 cost. It's a 5 cost. You can kill this yourself the turn that you're playing it. You know what I mean?
And by itself, 5 for
you don't have to
4/6.
wait for your opponent to silence it or sap it or send it back to your hand. You literally get the bonus the turn that you're playing it, pretty much.
5 for 4/6. It's pretty good as well. Stat wise,
stats are good. Effects good. It's neutral. It can be played in a variety of things. We even saw it getting used in that Taunt Druid.
I was literally about to say that
Day 9 and Ben Brode online. And to be fair, watching him do that with the taunt
because it was kind of just like because you blew up the taunt. You got 2 of those tigers.
That's a card we're getting to later.
We'll get to those at some point. So I'm going to quickly run over Arcane Tyrant. I think the card's really, really, really good. I think it's just, what's not good about a 0-mana 4/4?
It comes back with Nazoth as well. And granted, it doesn't come back with effect from Nazoth, but it's a Death Rattle mini, so it comes back. And Nazoth bringing back 4/6. 4/6 is such a good Death Rattle number. That's ridiculous. You bringing back a board that can't get whacked by Dragonfire Potion. My God, this is just huge. This is an absolutely massive card.
It is an absolutely massive card, and the artwork's fantastic. I absolutely love it. Okay, so I think we've just enough about that card now. It's really, really good. So I'm going to move on to Arcane Tyrant. 5 mana 4/4, cost 0 if you cast a spell of 5 or more this turn. So I think it's kind of this thing the same like with Happy Ghoul, wasn't it? In the last set, if you healed, you got a 0 mana 3/3. It's like because the elemental, it makes it all that much better, because obviously you got the elemental synergy with Shaman. We'll get some more Shaman cards obviously later on as well, because they're really good. I can't wait to play that deck. But it's more the fact that you could like Lava Burst something, drop this, and what's the one that discovers an elemental?
Servant of Chaos.
Yeah, so if you played elementals, you can drop this and him, and it just there's so much versatility with this card. And I say, what's bad about a 0 mana 4/4? You can't.
One thing we will say that we have found out before people get too excited, we have found out that if cards are cast from your deck, because there are some cards that say cast a spell from your deck. So if you cast a spell from your deck that's 5 or more, that does not affect.
You have to play a card,
so it's you literally casting it.
Yeah. Quick story time. Way back in GBG days, I made a really old discard Warlock, and Fell Reaver says discard on it. So we were just like, oh my god, see if Fell Reaver discards like Fist Jaraxxus, does 4 random damage. This is amazing, and it didn't work.
Yeah. It was
that was
a lot of dust.
That was
for nothing. But Arcane Tyrant, I mean, the one concern I have is making Elemental too tempo, because after playing Elementals, I found that you don't have a lot of draw necessarily in Elementals. You kind of rely on the curve and your hand staying big, because you've got big curvy things in your hand that you're kind of cycling through all the time.
Curves.
So summoning things too quickly with like Arcane Tyrant or whatever, and emptying your hand. I mean, if you can make a tempo version with the draw and make it work, then by all means. But I'm not sure. It's hit and miss how I feel about this card. It's nice in Death Knight Jaina, obviously.
Yeah.
Dropping a 4/4 elemental for free while you're activating your field wipes and your meteors and your,
Yeah. Actually, Dude's made a very good point about Coniferous Cube. Can you imagine, like, I don't know, you play this over like a Savannah Jaime and then maybe play dead on it. And then just like
I said, there is going to be a million combos. There is going to be we're going to be finding combos for years after this card comes out. Yeah. Because Carnivorous Cube.
And someone telling us to make out in the chat as well.
Yeah, I probably would make out with Carnivorous Cube. Definitely.
Really would.
Yeah.
Really would. Okay, so moving on. We have got 2 very interesting cards here that could be on the screen, could be not. Who knows? We just never know.
Shimmering Corsair.
So this was shown off in the reveal stream as well when Day9 played Quest Paladin. So obviously this can only be targeted by your spells and your hero powers, which is pretty good, and it's really good just to put a load of buffs on this thing, and then they can't just blow you up with the Shadow of Death and Fireball and things like that. I think the card's pretty good. Whether it will see any play in any deck ever depends how good the buff Paladin is, and depends if anyone ever is going to be playing Quest Paladin. I think the premise of the card's really good. The artwork's amazing. I can't wait to see its gold. And again, it's a definite wait and see card, but I'll give this card a go. It's actually a beast as well, which is a not bad thing to play in your in your curator package.
That's exactly what I was going to mention, because it is a beast. So like you said, it is curatorable. It's going to get used in druids that have powers for specifically beasts. You got Hunter that, well, actually I suppose it wouldn't be able to use so much in Hunter, but like you're the only one who can target it. So if it is getting like taunted by Houndmaster or whatever and turns into a 5/5 that's not targeted, that not targeted effect is massive all the time. It just makes it so difficult.
It's just gonna mess you up every time you see it, like
which is why I agree the stats that they've gone for, because you do have to make it bigger. But the minute it gets over 6 health and it's untargetable, it becomes so freaking difficult to get rid of.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Which is why I think this meta is going to be very silence heavy. I think there's going to be a lot of silencing going on.
There probably will be. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to take Void Ripper?
Now you can have it back. Swap the attack and health of all other minions. It's a demon.
Neutral demon, 3 mana, 3/3.
Well, if we take the demon aspect, let's say for instance it is a warlock card. You know, I mean, it could be used in priest. You know, like the power up priests.
Yeah.
Oh
my god! Oh my god! It can be used in the Totemic Might OTK.
Oh mate,
Totemic Might, and then like, buff your totems.
I mean,
and
thinking about it, the scariest and probably the most aggressive and most aggravating and most annoying combo will probably be something like spreading plague.
Spreading plague, yeah. Just like, yeah, play spreading plague. Okay, yep, you got some. You're dead.
It's like, you know, druids powered up to a turn 10. They've got loads of cheap minions on their side of the field. You spreading plague, fill your field, swipe. Next turn, Void Ripper, hit them.
Kill them.
Hit them for a shitload
They're
of
dead.
damage.
They're just dead.
They're just dead.
They're just dead.
Again, the potential's there.
I think there's going to be some funny combo decks with this.
Yeah. I mean,
it's also good for like wrecking totems. It also wrecks Doomsayer. It's all these things that just like, you know, it's another thing that triggers your Mare and the Fox chest. Load of other things like that. It's like a mega crazed alchemist.
I hope it is just that though, because it is the kind of card that I feel that you could get crazy combos out of, and it'll kind of, you know, this is the kind of card that could give birth to the new combo. You know, the one I mean, the bloody Crest Rogues, the bloody Pirate Warriors.
They could do.
It could be. I hope it's not that. I hope it's not too good. But you know, again, potential.
Okay, so on to the last epic, which is Gone Past, which is a Rummaging Kobold. 3 for a 1/3 battle cry. Return one of your destroyed weapons to your hand. It's alright, but there's not a lot you can really say about this card. It depends how heavy the weapon removal is. You kind of knew they had to put a card like this in a deck or in a set where they give 9 legendary weapons and things like that. You can bring back the Death Knight Uther's weapon, you can bring back Ashbringer, you can bring back Medivh's weapon. There's a few like
you can bring back Uther's weapon.
Yeah, it's just like
Evanblade.
Yeah, Evanblade's lifesteal weapon, and you could bring back your bring back loads of stuff. Also, all the legendary weapons are pretty damn good.
You could bring back your Taunt Warriors, Ragnaros. What's it called?
Oh God, yeah, bring back Sulfuras.
Yeah. For a bit of double hero powerage.
Oh yeah, you're so doing that. You are so doing that. Not a lot we can say about this card. I think it's going to be as good as the weapons you play, and whether the weapons where you're going to play any weapons straight away because people are already Harrison and Ooze and all that kind of stuff.
It's a tool. This card's a massive tool.
Yeah. Don't need to be harsh.
But it is. It is. It's not going to be the forefront of any combo deck. I don't think. I think it's going to be more just to push the thing you're already doing. Whatever you're already doing, this thing can complement that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it'll probably see use, I imagine.
Okay, so that is the end of the epic. So we're moving on to the neutral rares. And okay, actually, this is yours because these are both interesting. Okay, so you can have that. Don't even want to man it. You can have Hungry Ethan.
You see, the thing is, like, for like, I'm very much the I play every Hearthstone, everything Hearthstone.
He plays every Hearthstone, not just one Hearthstone. He plays all of them.
Everything Hearthstone I play. So like I always try to create different decks, create other decks, and so rares I always find are more exciting than legendaries. Legendaries change the meta, but rares, they always have the best and craziest effects, don't they? And
well,
so
there is this one.
let's start with Hungry Ethan. It's 6 for a 4/10. Stat wise, you can't complain really. It's good.
Yeah.
4/10. A 2/5 is
give your opponent a Doomsayer.
Is a 5 card. Summon a random 2-cost minion for your opponent. There is so much crap.
Yeah.
I mean, battle cries are rife in the 2-cost civilization, and they could get good stuff. Like you said, you could get Doomsayer. If they get Doomsayer, then that's a field wipe, to be honest. Which isn't the worst thing, because if you're putting up a 4/10 taunted, the chances are they have a field. Yeah. So, the potential is again
you play
huge.
Play this alongside.
It's another card for buff priest.
Play this alongside Void Ripper, and the next one just smack him for 10.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, it's another card for buff priest, so you can just double them up and health and things. And
yeah,
I mean, it's hard to kill.
And it's
4 attack.
It's very hard. It's very hard to kill Taunt minion.
It's very hard to kill 10 attack minion with 4 attack. It's just it's something.
Okay, so I'm going to go on to the next one, which is 4 Bulk Mossbinder. 5 for a 1/1 battlecry. Transform a friendly minion into a 6/6 elemental. So, how much the elemental counts, I don't know, because it won't count if you're playing elemental last turn, anything like that. It won't really do a lot, but I feel this is good in, as we actually discussed yesterday, in the Totem Shaman. Again, we'll get to more Totem cards soon, but it's very much... It's an underwhelming card, I think, in all intents and purposes. The 1/1 that summons a 6/6. Then that's...
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Might be better than this, but I think it's still potential of... It's kind of like a Bone Mare effect-ish.
Mm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it doesn't give you like your charge like Bone Mare does, because you transform your minion into a 6/6 and it can't attack. But you transform your totem into a 6/6, you transform your... they give you a... just a lot of good... A lot of interesting stuff you can do with it. And I feel there's a lot of cards in this set that do help with Evolve for as long as Evolve's still around.
Well, that's it. I mean, those are certain things you definitely have to touch on. I mean, for me, like, obviously, Evolve, you're summoning a 5 cost and a 6 cost, because the 6/6 elemental will come out as a 6 cost. It is an elemental that's coming out, so you could use it in an elemental deck, say for instance a Jaina elemental, because there's a lot of elementals to complement that at the moment, and you're summoning a 1/1, so you can pop that if you wanted to. You could play it in an evolve deck and evolve it if you want to do it that way. You can reuse the effect by bouncing it back to your hand. So for instance, a turn 7, if you're struggling, whatever, you got some crap things on the board, or maybe you got your 1/2s out, because you obviously have those as a lot of low health and attack elementals.
Yeah.
So you could be transforming them and then popping it to summon a 3/6 as well. So the potential is there.
I've just thought of something pretty sweet with this. Well, 2 things really, because obviously you don't really... Paladin's my favourite class. So you can play this in Handbuff Paladin. So you could potentially play a 5 mana 4/4 that turns your Silverhand Recruit into a 6/6. You could play this alongside the... We're going to get to it, but you can get the Paladin Legendary Weapon. So the Paladin Legendary Weapon give this +4/+2. Then you turn a guy into a 6/6. Like, there's actually a lot of tempo swings that this card could make in a hand buff deck.
And that's the difference.
100%.
And that's the difference from just summoning something and turning something into something.
Yes.
Number one, it's turning into an elemental, so there's actually an attribute being put onto it rather than a generic 6/6 like the other one. And this costs 1 less. So basically, it's 7/7 worth of stats for 5 cost, and you can't really ever complain about that.
No.
So
I think it could be alright.
I think it could be good.
I think it could be alright. I'm probably going to try that out in Paladin, because I try everything in Paladin. So up next we have Ebon Dragonsmith.
Our first dragon.
Ebon Dragonsmith.
Dragonsmith. There we go.
4 for a 3/4 dragon. Battlecry. Reduce the cost of a random weapon in your hand by 2. Okay.
This makes most of the weapons relevant, I think.
It honestly does. I feel like, it's more from when we get into the weapons, but there's something I need to, when we get to Druid, there's something I need to talk about. There's something I need to get off my chest about Druid that could have made the Druid weapons so much better. But anyway, I think this does make most of the weapons relevant, because the low statted ones, i.e. your Shaman and your Warrior weapon, aren't as bad, because this is a battle cry, so it's not like, well, this is on the field or anything. You just play it. The
obviously you're only going to use it in the legendary weapons one, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact, because obviously because you're reducing the cost by 2.
Yeah.
You got to add that almost onto the mana proficiency of the card. So yes, it's 4 for a 3/3, so it's 1 over cost really, because 3 for a 3/3 is good. But then you're reducing something by 2 mana, which if it does work in the in the engine of your deck, Then you're reducing the cost of something else by 2. So technically, this is almost like 2 for a 3/3.
Yeah.
So that actually makes this good.
Yeah. If Weapon Rogue takes off as it should, because I mean, forget
cost.
Forget Kingsbane. I mean, if just Weapon Rogue in general, like even like an Assassin's Blade becomes like a 2 cost, a 1 cost.
Oh, it's just a 5 cost originally, isn't it?
Oh, 5 cost. It goes to 3. True Silver Champion becomes 2 cost. Other weapons.
Frostmourne becomes
5. Arcanite Reaper becomes a 3 cost. Like there are some good weapons where they're just even better. You go a 1 cost Fiery War Axe.
And obviously you can't talk about any dragon without having to mention Netherspite Historian. So it does kind of obviously, unless you are actually running the Reppin in the Priest, which I imagine a lot of people will be, just give it a go. And you're running a Dragon Priest. So if you're running a Dragon Priest, you might run the Dragon Spell, the weapon and all that. Obviously, we'll get to those later, so we'll keep a lot of reservations about this.
Yeah.
But drawing this out with Netherspite Historian, it's good to have some not so good statted dragons coming out of Netherspite Historian. So I'm glad they're making other ones that are not so great.
Yeah.
Because Netherspite Historian is starting to look really friggin' OP.
Yeah, until she leaves us to the wild areas. But anyway, so up next, Kobold Monk, 4 for a 3/6. Your hero can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. So make multiple of these. You could hand buff it to 4 attack, make multiple of them, and just stick your middle finger up to Anduin, and because they're gonna have to do a lot of work to get rid of like more of these. I don't think it's great because it's more the fact that it's easily removed. It's kind of like a mind breaker kind of card, isn't it? It's kind of just like, it can good. I think at some point there'll be some games, if you tech this card, it could be good, but then sometimes they're just gonna not be good at all.
It's hard to judge, isn't it?
Until you play it in a game, but I don't think this is going to be a card you're going to see very often. Or it's going to be a card your opponent's going to play, and you're just going to ignore because it doesn't say you can't punch them in the face. So you're just going to ignore this 3/6 and probably just attack them in the face.
It'd be nice if some cards didn't get rotated out. Like for instance, a Violet Illusionist is going to be going soon.
Yeah.
So, for instance, it would be nice if, like, say, Violent Illusionist was a card back then, which keeps your hero immune while you're attacking. Then you got heroes can't be targeted by hero spells and near
We've still got a few months of these cards.
And then a couple of months, the next set came out and they had something else that happens with your hero, and eventually you can make a deck based on giving effects to your hero. That'd be cool, but it's
they should have broken this card and given it stealth.
Yeah, no, it's one of those. It's on the edge anyway of being okay. I think giving it stuff would just make it OP.
Well, I wouldn't say OP. But yeah.
Well, it'd have 6 health. You wouldn't be able to get rid of it, really.
Not very easily. Okay, so up next we have Lone Champion. Do you want to have this one?
It's good.
Really good. Like in a deck that doesn't play many minions, you just play it. Or even if you have minions, you just play it on turn 3, and then you just carry on your curve as
you're dropping
as you
a 2/4 with Divine Shield on 2 and 3. They're dropping a
2/4 is good for 3.
It's like,
and it's got Taunt and Divine Shield.
It's like dropping what's it freaking called? 2/2 with Divine Shields, something bot.
Shielded Minibot.
Shielded Minibot was the best turn 2 play when that was around.
Like, still probably the best 2 cost in the game today.
Absolutely, and Wild, it's rampant everywhere.
Yeah.
So Shield Minibot, great card for turn 2. Skip ahead 1 turn, you can summon one with 2 more health and Taunt.
Yeah.
Great card.
Really, really good card.
Great card.
Hand buff again. Hand buff Paladin.
Oh yeah, totally.
Shrieking Shroom. One of the coolest artworks in the set. Again, another one. I really want to see the gold. 3 for a 1/2 at the end of your turn. Another end of your turn. Summon a random 1-cost minion.
I love it because the thing is, there's so many end of the turn effects now. That Dracony or whatever it's called, Draconi, is it Draconi? I don't know. Anyway,
play it in Wild with Hobgoblin.
There's
Hobgoblin. There's
gonna be a lot of random crap going on, and
imagine if this gets fucking Gibret. Like, Gibber, I love that card so much. I think there's gonna be a lot of random crap.
People have been
on.
calling it Gibber.
Gibber, yeah.
It's a Gibber in England, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like if this could get if this gets Argent Squire, if this gets the 1/1 taunt for if you're playing Paladin.
That's a 2-cost card.
The 1 for a 1/1 Divine Shield taunt Paladin.
I thought it was 2 costs.
It's 1 for a 1/1.
Oh yeah, it's a Righteous Protector.
Yeah, Righteous Protector. I can never think of his name.
Yeah.
There are some good 1-cost minions, but then there are some terrible ones as well. So that's
generally
always
speaking, you're getting
happen.
a 1/1. So it's 3 for a 2/3 at the first, which is quite easy to kill. So generally speaking, it's not that good. You need to be able to put it behind taunters to get. You need 2 effects out of this, really. If you can get 2 effects out of it, you've made its cost. For that, it's quite hard to do. So it's probably not going to get a lot of play.
No, I don't think it's going to get a lot of play at all. Surprise to us, as we were quickly flicking through the set before, we started doing this stream. There's a mech in this set.
New mech.
Scorpomatic, 2 for a 1/2 battle cry. Destroy a minion with 1 or less attack. Snow Flipper Penguin has an arch enemy.
And it's got a big fucking spike on it. Well, I'm a Scorpion, so naturally I love this card. But I'm also a Hearthstone player, so naturally I hate this card.
Because it's a pile of shit. I mean, where was this? This should have been in GBG because it blew up, because it can blow up a Neutron. This would have been one of the perfect cards.
Have they made this card for Wild specifically? It feels like they have by putting the word mech on it.
Yeah, because there's nothing for mech.
There's not a lot you're killing that's that great. You could get rid of Northshire Cleric, but you can do that in other ways.
I was about to say that's the only
one
attack.
1/2 thing sitting there.
You can blow up fireflies. I mean, that cute cat rally cat's gonna get the D with this thing.
Yeah.
Where you could just why would you play this over?
It's a Trollden video waiting to happen.
Why would you play this over Galocka Crawler as your 2-drop?
It's
you know what
basically a mini Kodo, really, isn't it? It's a mini. It's okay.
Gravel Nose Knight. That is an amazing piece of art. 1 for a 2/3 battle cry. Summon a random 1-cost minion.
It's gonna get a lot of use. I would have thought.
Yeah,
it's gonna get used in the tempo decks. Tempo deck's gonna go.
It's the same. Well, it's the same stat line as Zombie Chow. I mean, Sam must play that and it summons a random 1-cost, and there's a lot of random crappy 1-costs.
A lot of 1-costs with not even any attack. So, and you're filling up that board. So if you can get one of these one drops with 0 attack, then you are very much just filling up their board that you don't have to attack. If you get a runic egg, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You don't have to kill it, so you just let it sit there and fill up their field.
Yep. Pretty nice. Pretty nice card.
Of course, you could accidentally give them the next card. Which means all hell is breaking loose.
Which is Feral Gibberer, whatever it is. The Gibber. The Gibber.
It's a Feral Gibber. Say, have you heard about the Gibber? It's dangerous.
The Feral Gibber.
Have you done it, Tim? Did you hear about it?
1 for a 1/1. After this, minion attacks a hero, add a copy of it to your hand.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous. It's one of those things, if you the problem is, though, I think if this card came out a few sets ago, I think you actually see it a lot more. Now, so just every class can probably do 1 damage.
You add a copy of it to your hand. Now, the thing we need to know before we can make a definitive decision
is the buff version
it copy the buff. If you buff it and you copy it, then my God.
The Brian Kibler's first thing honestly was go into Wild and play Hobgoblin. You play a Hobgoblin and a Gibberer and it connects with the face, they're probably dead. But it's one of those things. If it doesn't copy the buffs, there's still some hilarious stuff you can do with it. There's a priest card coming up, which I'll discuss this card when we get to the priest cards. But if you play Gibberer, what I like about it as well, though, if you play Gibberer and you're literally forcing your mage, the opponent's mage, to click Fireball on this, that's pretty cool. But then at the same time, you have to play Gibberer to do that. But if Gibberer goes out of control, like even just a couple of them sometimes could actually do something. And I am making decks with Gibberer. There's no
he loves this card either way. I'm reserving my decision on this card. If it keeps the buffs,
if it keeps the buffs,
it's the new what's it called? Get in here. Everybody get in here!
Grim Patron.
This is the new Grim Patron.
Okay,
if this keeps the buff, it's the new Grim Patron. If it doesn't, it's
could you imagine if this card existed with the old?
If it doesn't, it's Weasel.
Yeah,
it's Weasel.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. I think that this card's got. I wouldn't even consider this card having potential without us knowing if it keeps the buffs. If it keeps the buffs, it's good. If it doesn't keep the buffs, it's a meme. Which mean we still love it anyway.
And the thing is as well, is like, for instance, there are cards out there. So even if it doesn't keep the buffs, for instance, right? There are cards like, say, for instance, Dark Conviction. Now, Dark Conviction doesn't buff a minion; it sets the minion to one thing, so it doesn't turn up green. Because when you buff something, it's got green stats, so it'll have a green, it'll have green attack, it'll have green health. If you set the stats, it has white, which means if you Dark Conviction this, and I guarantee you this does work, if you Dark Conviction Gibberer or Gibberer, then you attack the face, then you are getting a 3/3 Gibberer to your hand.
Yes, 100%.
So
that works 100%.
That will work 100%.
Yeah.
There's no way it doesn't. Guarantee it.
Yeah. So basically, if you play Gibberer on
if it doesn't work, they haven't put the patch in it for it yet.
Yeah.
Because people will kick off about it. I guarantee you.
Yeah. You play Gibberer on 1, and they don't have, because if you go in first as well and you play it, like Mage, what they're gonna do, like cast Arcane Missiles. You know, they haven't got many things. Like, you're going to be playing some wild game like rank 25, and they're going to Elven Archer you, and you're going to go to their house and beat them up. But it's just one of those cards. If you let it go and you play it, and then you Dark Conviction and you attack, get 3/3, and then you just carry on, then your pillar gets Dustbreaker. But anyway,
what's the Paladin card? The 8 cost. Is it set to a 10/10?
Oh God, it is.
Is it set?
It is.
Yeah, this card's gonna get used. Sometimes you have to figure out these things as you go along. If you're making this a 10/10 and it suddenly is a 1-cost 10/10 that gets you another 10/10 when you attack the face, this is gonna get used. Oh my God.
This is why we did this live.
5 stars. 5 stars. We said we weren't gonna do it, but fuck it. 5 stars. 6. 10 out of 5. We'll give it 10 out of 5.
It's the only card we're gonna star in there. The Gibber Ribber Gibber Libber Dibber.
The Gibber Gibberer. The Gibber Gibber. The Gibber Gibber Gibberer. The Gibber Gibber. Next card.
I might just craft 2 gold one of these just to on just 1 gold one actually is fine. Ow. Okay, so do you want Sleeping Dragon or do you want Violet Worm?
What we trying to pick between the cards now? Which one's better?
No, we just seem to jump across them.
Okay. I think we can just talk about both on this one, because Sleeping Dragon, there's not really much to say, is there?
Nope. It's literally a card to recruit.
It's a big taunter.
It's a big taunter to recruit. That's pretty much it.
It's a dragon.
It's a dragon. So it can. So basically, you could get it from
Another Spider Story.
You could get it from Dragon Hatcher. I mean, okay, so let's take this into consideration, okay? In some ridiculous world that we play a deck with Dragon Hatcher, if you bond Dragon Hatcher into Sleepy Dragon, that's pretty good, because then Dragon Hatcher's probably going to live. It's literally a Yasharaj, but then in every aspect, Yasharaj is better.
Oh yeah, it's going to totally get used, but it's just how good is it going to be? I mean, it's one of those. It's one of those, because the thing is, you are going to get the scenarios, but then you're also going to get the scenarios when you know, play Barnes or whatever into Sleepy Dragon. It's like, okay, so Violet Worm literally says to me, a druid goes Naturalize Spreading Plague and you scoop. And it's just like, what the hell? 7/1/1s. Don't get me wrong, if they live and you could play something like the Wrath of the Old Gods and just buff them all and then whack them a load of 3/3s. That's kind of cool. We're gonna look what we're comparing it to. We're comparing it to the 5/7 Threshodon, Sated Threshodon.
Yeah. Good arena card that was.
It's a 7. It's a 7 cost for a 5/7. So this has got 2 extra attack, and that summons 3 Murlocs.
Yeah.
This summons 7 beasts.
Yes.
So, how do we feel about that?
I don't like
There's
the idea.
not enough for beasts specifically yet.
No.
You can power up individual things, but as far as synergizing them all together and making them all work together, there's not a lot yet.
No, and you could people obviously know about the hunter stuff. You play the big beast hunter. There are better beasts to use than this.
I feel they're constantly making new beasts. I feel like there's more beasts in the game than any other thing. I feel that's the impression I get. I might be wrong.
Yeah, but
I think we'll find
you've got to think Hearthstone is based off World of Warcraft lore, and World of Warcraft is just littered with creatures and beasts and everything like that.
And that's fine. That's fine. But in regards to the actual card mechanic and stuff, there's loads of beasts. There's not a lot to make beasts work together.
No, apart from in Hunter, but that's only cheap beasts.
There's Hunter to...
Yeah.
You can discover them, you can power them up and even taunt and stuff. You can give them +2/+2 in Druid. But in regards to synergizing the cards together and then working as an actual function...
Yeah, not great.
Which I suppose does represent what beasts would be like in the wild, but still.
Yeah. The thing is that that's the thing, like, Murlocs were a tribe which you would never really see in WoW. Like, because Murlocs are kind of all over the place and just come and attack you and annoy the crap out of you.
And obviously, any beast that we do get, we have to consider the fact that it's going to become a zombie. So giving that thing a taunt.
Well, so literally, if you combine this with a Tundra Rhino...
no, you can only copy it with a minion of... because it has to add up to 10, it can't go.
I mean, can you imagine playing this with Tundra Rhino, though? And just, like, trade with your big guy, and then die.
Yeah.
Okay, so up next is one of the cards that I'm...
Ooh, actually, sorry, before you go away,
that's fine.
Violet Worm. You can recruit beasts.
Yeah.
And stuff can gain death rattles from beasts, and that's just something I completely forgot about. Yeah, because that's...
Oh, the one that can gain the death rattles. Yeah, there's the hunter card that gains the death rattle of a card in your deck.
And obviously it's play dead as well. So yeah, this could actually be really, really good. Summoning a whole bunch of 1/1s early in the game is huge.
Yeah, because then you can buff them and do whatever you want with them.
Okay. Wait and see.
Could be alright. Okay, so Silver Vanguard.
Probably one of the most controversially talked about cards.
Yeah.
In this set.
Let's. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly leave this card for them. We're gonna go over Corrosive Sludge. Basically, it's just another ooze and another. So you got Acid Swamp Ooze. You've got the one that destroys and gain armor, and it's just another weapon hate card. It might see play. If weapons see play, then all this stuff will see play. But it's 5 mana. I think you'd rather play Harrison Jones.
I'd rather play Acid Ooze.
That too. I think it's not.
Because Acid Ooze, you can still do whatever you're doing. The 5 mana you're committing to this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same stats as Raza. Anyway, so Silver Vanguard, 7 for a 3/3, because all recruit minions are quite low statted because you get something else. But this is a death rattle, which makes it slightly worse, I think. Mainly, if it was a battle cry, oh my god, it'd be pretty sweet.
Now let's just run over the recruit, because this is the first recruit card we've seen.
So what recruit is you put a minion from your deck into play. So when this dies, you get an 8-cost minion from your deck into play.
And if you don't have an 8-cost minion in your deck,
you've played a 7 for a 3/3. It's kind of thing you could say you bring back with N'Zoth, but then the problem is with N'Zoth, you've got this kind of, you run out of targets for the death rattle and it just becomes pretty bad. You can get Tyrion, you can get Light Rag, you can get Lich King, but it's more for the 1 more mana, and the odds are you're probably going to draw the cards, so you're just going to play the Lich King and think it's a sleeper. I think I wouldn't say it's a sleeper, I think it wouldn't be a card that's going to be completely underrated. I think it will be an underrated card, I think.
It's going to be a Trolldom card. I'm sorry. I don't think
its stats for its cost is terrible. I agree there's going to be a lot of silence in the game, and I just think that having to commit another minion to get you another minion that only costs 1 more mana than this isn't good at all.
The way I think about it is, you got to think, like, for me, okay, obviously you're not going to be playing it on turn 7, Like, I feel you're going to be trying to get some kind of combo if you're going to make this work. You're going to be getting out with Barnes, you're going to be getting out with things like that. Surely, I feel, personally, you going to want another 8 cost or big minion in your deck rather than this crappy 7 cost 3/3 that summons.
Could get you an 8 cost, yeah.
Surely, I feel you're going to have another big minion now instead of this. I just don't feel this does it.
Does anything.
And Barnes is going eventually. You know, Barnes is only around for a little while, so even if
the only card you really get is with his Shadow Essence, but you'd rather Shadow Essence a Lich King or an Obsidian statue.
Yeah.
Or your Sarah. Or something like that. It's trash. It's trash. Green jelly.
Okay.
Green jelly.
5 for a 3/3. Again, these stats are all over the shop. 5 for 3/3 at the end of your turn. Summon a 1/2 ooze with taunt.
It's dog shit.
It's trash. It's absolute trash.
It's dog shit. Because you're getting what? You're playing 5 for a 4,
even if you,
for a 4/5 across 2 bodies.
even if you're, you know, because the thing is, all these like weird statted minions, they're only people they're hurting. Because let's face it, they're going to be sitting in people's, like, you know, things. We're ready to get dusted, because I'll quite happily dust this. I don't give a crap if I get 5 for it. You know what I mean?
That is 5 dust right there.
Exactly. But the only people they're hurting by making these cards is Evolve Shaman. That's it. They're really, really hurting Evolve Shaman.
Yeah, because it's more the fact, even if you're playing Evolve Shaman, there are better cards to play than this pile of shit. Anyway.
No, I meant evolving into a 5.
Oh, evolving into a 5 for a 3/3. I suppose that's probably going to be the downside to Evolve Shaman in this.
There's a lot of cards that are going to screw over Evolve Shaman.
Yeah. Guild Recruiter, one of the first recruit cards we saw revealed in the set. It was the first one we saw when we saw all these were very understated minions. We got 5 for a 2/4 Battlecry. Recruit a minion that costs 4 or less. So I think it's a pretty good card on the basis that obviously you build your deck in a way that, what I like about Recruit, people have said it makes you want to build your deck around in a certain way. And obviously the combo that was spoke about was you play this on 5 and you get a 4-mana 7/7 with no overload. That's bonkers. You could play this in the Druid deck. You could play this in a few other decks.
You're gonna anything with Recruit, even though the stats are messed up, you got to always consider you're building the deck around the Recruit mechanic. As simple as that.
And having Recruit as a battle cry, not a horseshit death rattle, this particular horseshit death rattle is a lot better because you're gaining stats immediately onto the board instead of waiting for it to get silenced and getting a bad thing.
It's huge.
Good card. Good card.
Great card.
So 2 more. Oh god. Okay.
Fungal Master.
Fungal Master was actually shown. I didn't actually know this was a real card till last night because I saw it in the dungeon run. But we're going to stream so much of that, by the way. Just saying. So 5 for a 2/2 battle cry. Give adjacent minions +2/+2. So what are we thinking? Absolute pile of trash, more than likely. 5 mana 2/2 to give adjacent minions.
You could see what they were going for.
Yeah, I think it's it's an okay effect. I feel it couldn't have hurt it being like a 4 cost or a 3/3. You know what I mean? Like, it couldn't have hurt.
And if you're getting, like, say if you bounce it back with a rogue, okay, let me just think about this a second. Yeah, I'm not saying this is good. I'm just trying to think about this. Okay. You play you got 2 minions, whatever, Johnny A and Johnny B. You power up Johnny A and Johnny B by +2/+2. Say they're 1/1s.
Yeah.
And they turn into 3/3s. And then you bounce this back and then play it for 3. So you're playing 8 for a 2/2 +4/+4.
Okay. I compare it kind of in it's a bit different, don't get me wrong. There's that Paladin Taunter 7 cost that gives adjacent minions Divine Shield, and it's got taunt. I feel that's better than this. Because, yeah, granted, a Divine Shield may be only worth like 1 attack and 1 health, or 1 health, not 2.
And I've always got to seriously ask the question. After giving Shaman this wonderful spell that we'll see later, that they've got.
Yeah.
Why? What have they got against the Wolf Shaman?
Yeah.
They're making these. Look at these, both of them together like this. Why? Why are you hurting them? Why do you hate a Wolf Shaman so much?
Trog Gloom Eater is one of the worst cards I've ever seen. It's just like, I mean, okay, a 5 health poisonous, you might have a situation where you may have to commit something here.
So for 2 cost, you can summon a
Stubborn
Gastropod,
Gastropod.
and then for 3 extra mana,
you get 3 more health.
Good card.
We're literally coming down to the dog shit here, guys.
These are the commons, bear in mind, guys.
Yeah.
But you know,
Speaking of this, these two, I don't think these two. Oh, I think one of them's all right. So we've got Hoarding
Ooh, which
Dragon.
one?
So we've got Hoarding Dragon. This pile of shit. 4 for a 5/6 death rattle gives your opponent 2 coins. So this card can be played in conjunction to fill your opponent's hand to play Toggle Waggle, and then they don't get ransom. So it's a hungry dragon kind of effect, where it's like an overstated dragon for cheap that's got a kind of downside. But it depends when you play it. I think it's a good card. I think it's gonna get played.
I think the fact that it's a dragon makes it really, really good.
Yeah.
It's because there's that little niche, like between like summoning a 1/2, summoning a 2/3, you know, summoning a 3/4. They're all kind of in the same kind of area. And then the minute you get to like 6 health and 5 attack, that's when stuff starts getting serious. Being able to do that on turn 4 in a way that only when it dies, they get 2 coins. So it's not like a battle cry. If it was a battle cry, it might be a little bit different.
Yeah, it would.
The fact that
I think it'd be bad.
I think
you literally would accelerate opponents to 6 mana when you play.
So you're not accelerating them. You are literally. This is a reward they get for killing this thing.
Yeah.
Which is actually quite hard to kill because it's a 5/6 on turn 4.
Yeah.
So like priests would be able to do it if they have the D.
And we're talking about as well, and like the flavor of some of these cards as well, is that if you went to like in a dungeon to a dragon, you go and steal their gold, which I quite like the idea that when it dies, you get coins, and it's just really
That's
cool.
cool. That's cool.
It's a cool idea. So a Cursed Disciple. Again, I just thought it was a card in the dungeon run because I thought it was trash. I think this could be your paladin could hit people for 10 if you have a redemption set. But if you play this, I don't know what you're doing with your life. It's like 1 health is so bad.
It's hard to judge.
Like if you buff again, it's one of these buff orientated cards. That's kind of just like if you do buff this, if you to put a Defender of Argus on this, it's pretty good because it's just like again you've still got something to trade in something 6 attack. It can hit something really hard. And you still get a 5/1 afterwards, which your opponent still has to deal with. But I would happily say this card will see 0 play.
I don't know about 0.
Don't play it just to prove me wrong.
I'm gonna play it. I'm just interested. I'm interested in the because it's hard to judge. It's one of those. It's hard to judge until you really get in there. I mean, a 5/1. That's normally a 3 cost card. That's
what would you rather play on 4 mana?
Oh yeah, absolutely, Hoarding Dragon.
And I just mean that there's so many better 4 drops in the game in general than that.
But I'm thinking more about exploiting what it is. If you say, for instance, Cursed Disciple and a Death Rattle Hunter, you're on turn 5, you're summoning a 5/1, you're activating the effect, it summons a 5/1. If you kill that other 5/1, it summons a 5/1. You can start bombarding them with them. If you can get it going where you're actually like kind of spamming these things, and I mean, it could work. It could work. And bringing it back with the Zoth, I think high attack minions is quite hard to come by when you're playing the Zoth decks.
I will wreck these things with Gibber Jibber Ribbon. I will literally have a load of Gibber Jibber Ribbers, and I'll just like
Gibber Jibber is the best card in the game, ever was, ever will be. So that's not really a fair point.
It's a bit of an unfair statement.
It's like saying it's Dr. Boom would be really good at this. It's like Dr. Boom would be really good against this. Gibber Jibber is the balls.
Up next, we have got Shroom Brewer. 4 for a 4/4. Restore 4 health.
It's an unsanctioned power creep, I guess.
It's not a bad arena card.
because
you can trade with a minion.
Now you can heal with 1 health, 1 level, 2 level, 3 level, 4 level, 5 level, 6 level, 7 in a paladin.
Yeah.
8 in a paladin.
Yeah.
9 in a priest. And is there a 10 cost heal? But you can heal the rest of your life. You can just keep healing. There's no stop to the
10 cost
healing.
You just gain armor. You just gain
keep
armor
healing.
with Ultimate Infestation.
Heal. Turn 1 Voodoo Doctor. Turn 2 a Friendly Bartender. Turn 3 Earthen Farseer. Turn 4 Shroom Brewer. Turn 5 you've got Anti-Kill Bot. Turn 6 you've got the scale. What's the healing lady with the wings who heals everything for 2?
Oh yeah, I know, but I don't know that. Yeah.
And let's just heal for days. Let's just keep healing. We'll all heal. We'll hold hands together in a circle. Just heal. It's okay.
It's all right.
It's good.
I guess
it's a 4 stat. 4 was solid. So it's solid million for.
I can see it being. I could see it being okay in arena just for value trades and healing your guys up and stuff.
It's a good filler card because sometimes. Sometimes you want a 1-drop to just heal a little tiny bit, like you know what I mean. Like you're bouncing back, you got like a ice block, and you want to just get yourself up from 1 health for whatever reason.
Actually, isn't there like there's in standard right now? There's a 6. I'm pretty sure it's either 6 for a 5/4 that heals 4 to your hero, or it's 5 for a 4/4 or something like that. It's something. It's something. Not,
Princess of Elune.
It's something not good. Where this is just better than that.
Yeah. So for 2 less attack and 2 less levels.
Yeah.
Same effect.
Okay, so Sneaky Devil, 4 for a 2/2 stealth demon. Your other minions have +1 attack. So you play that again with that worm that fills your field with 1/1. Then you get 6 of them, and you hit them lots of damage.
12 specifically.
Lots of damage. It's all right. It's not great. You could play this alongside a Blood Imp, then your board just keeps getting a bit crazy, but because it's stealth.
It's another target for Bane of Doom.
Yep. It comes back with Gul'dan. That's pretty good. If it comes back with Gul'dan, then you just like spam all your guys. It's pretty good because all your guys have +1 attack.
I think it's safe to say it's not going to get used.
I'm pretty sure you're right. Dragon Slayer. 3 for a 4/3 deals 6 damage to a dragon.
We have to compare it to that light dude, and I mean it when I say that light dude because I don't remember what the friggin'
the one that silenced a demon.
Yeah.
That dog, that fucking pile of wank stains.
Why would you play cards that specifically target cards? You're not going to play a deck that specifically targets dragons. Aren't going to get used.
No, hang on. I've got to stop you right there. What's the best? Here's a Hearthstone trivia question for you.
Go on.
What is the #1 tech card right now in most decks due to Tempo Rogue?
Galactic Crawler.
I feel cards like this are good to have in the game, but I don't think they should do too many of them. So Galactic Crawler came out after Pirate Warrior was going nuts, but then it came back again, and now it's in. Sometimes there's 2 of in most decks.
I'm not a big fan of using Galactic Crawler. I feel I mean, this is just my personal opinion. Obviously, this is always going to be our personal opinions, but I feel it's like, sure, if you go against dragons, having something that does damage to a dragon is great. It's good. Having something that does 6 damage while you're keeping on curve, summoning a 4/3 on turn 3, great, good. You're doing a good job. You're staying on curve. You're gonna be doing all right against this dragon deck. If you play against anything but a dragon deck, you just have a 3 for a 4/3, which you otherwise wouldn't play in any other deck. Tempo, mid range, anything. There's nothing. Really.
You know what's quite funny about this? It having 3 health is Duskbreaker blows the crap out of it. But my argument to a Galactic Crawler is it can fill a slot in a lot of decks that just don't have a 2-drop or just have a reliable 2-drop. A 2 for a 2/3 is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Gibber and Quest Rogue. Well, yes, you want to be a scumbag. So we've got Fugal Enchanter. 3 for a 3/3, restore 2 health to all friendly characters. Moving on.
Whoa. Like you said, especially when it gets down to the lower sets, when we're not going to agree on everything. I actually think it's alright. Personally, I think this would work very well on a priest.
What? Why? Like, I don't. What are you taking out? What are you replacing with this? Why would you not play
taking
circle?
Out? Putting this in.
No, I mean, why would you not just play your double circle of healing instead of this card?
Because it heals minions, it heals your face, it summons a monster while you're doing it, so it keeps, it fills that void. And half the time you're only healing for a little bit on each of your minions. And sometimes that's all you need just to keep them out of range of like a field wipe, or especially if you're using dragons and stuff, or you're using Dragonfire Potion. Sometimes just keeping them out of their range. I reckon it could get used.
I feel healing 2 is just not enough.
I think it's definitely a good arena card.
Yeah, I'd say it's alright in arena. I'd say it's okay in arena. So yes, going down, we have got a card I don't think I've seen yet.
Boisterous Bard.
Boisterous Bard. Battlecry. Give another minion +1 health.
Next.
Set. Kobold Apprentice. A 3 for a 2/1 with a built-in arcane missiles. Not bad. Not bad. Another one I saw in the dungeon run. I thought it was just a dungeon run thing because it was all kobolds in there and stuff. It's okay. I don't see it. I mean, if you really want to go burn crazy with a deck, then you go ahead. But
you compare it to Mad Bomber.
Yeah.
So, but Mad Bomber is a 2/3 for a 2 cost.
Yeah.
And obviously that could go anywhere. So I feel like the double debuff isn't necessary. If you could make it like a 2 for a 2/1 that has the effect of
an arcane missiles.
Arcane missiles.
It's not bad.
That's not bad. It's pretty good, but it's not too OP.
No.
I think the double debuff by giving it 1 extra level and taking away 1 health and 1 attack.
Yeah, it's just not.
It's too much of a swing.
It's not good. And arcane missiles isn't reliable and all that kind of. It's just not. It's not that great.
No.
I mean, you're gonna play it in your dungeon run deck, probably. So up next we have gone too far.
We are really getting down to the.
We are really getting. We're literally going down to the garbage cards now. So this could go a lot faster for you now. 3 for a 1/1 battle cry. Summon a 2/3 giant rat.
The stats are there. I guess it can be used in Evolve Shaman,
Handbuff Paladin.
Handbuff Paladin.
I mean, I suppose Handbuff Paladin. Because we're going to be talking about these like together, surely. The Stone Skin Basilisk, 3 for a 1/1 Divine Shield Poisonous. It's like I understand.
Why do you hate Evolve Shaman?
I understand you can't make too many ridiculous poisonous minions or the game will just get out of control. You need to make bad poison minions. But yeah, they really have. I mean, Evolve and Devolve are going soon, but we're going to get to Shaman at some point, and we'll discuss that as we go. But we are just going to keep moving on because these cards are pretty trash. We have a meme wagon target. We have Toothy Chest. 3 for a 0/4 at the start of your turn. Set this minion's attack to 4.
It's a smaller validated Doomsayer.
Yep.
So for 2 less mana, you get 3 less health and 3 less attack.
Yeah.
Because the early game is delicate. In regards, they can't really buff things too much early on, or because obviously games just end too quickly if you take control too early. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, Meme Wagon's gonna fall away as soon as Validated Doomsayer gets rotated out, I think. And this is the only thing that you really see this with, I think. You have to start your turn as well, so you got to play it. Your opponent's got because if you don't get it with Meme Wagon, you've got to play it, then it's got to live, and it becomes a 4/4. At this point, your opponent probably doesn't even care about it.
I mean, it could work in, like, say for instance, tempo decks, because it's his lowest statted, like it's a 3 cost rather thing.
Yeah.
They're not going to necessarily try and kill it, or have to kill it, or have a way of killing it if you've already got a board and you're already controlling them. So it can help the whole snowball effect of what's going on. So I suppose
it is kind of, if you play a 0/4 and you play a 3/3, then they more than likely want to kill the 3/3.
And plus, it has to be said every single time that a 4-attack minion is hard to kill.
Yeah.
Hard to kill.
Plated Beetle, 2 for a 2/3 death rattle, gain 3 armor. Beast. I like the fact that there's armor gain generically. That's what I like about this card. And there's not much else you can really say about it. I mean, it's not bad stats for 2 cost. Beast can work in a lot of Synod. You can get it with Curator if you really want to, but there are better beasts you can get with that.
It's gonna work with the Spellstone in Rogue.
Yeah,
because Rogue works off Death Rattles. It's a good Death Rattle card for N'Zoth decks.
And it can also work in the Druid decks. It gains you 3 with the Druid Spellstone because it gains you armor to upgrade that Spellstone. And there's also the card that can't attack unless you got armor and stuff.
It's on point with its stats. It's completely versatile. It's a good card.
Generic armor gain. I like it. Wax Elemental. Wax Elemental. 1 for a 0/2 Taunt Divine Shield. Elemental. Now, Elemental Paladin isn't that fantastic. It is a thing.
What, are you talking about buffing it?
No. I mean, I'm not talking about doing a lot with this card. I'm just talking about the Elemental tagline might make it okay. But you can. I'd rather play a 1-mana 1/1 Taunt Divine Shield than this in any situation. I mean, pretty much you've given target dummy 1 cost and given it Divine Shield.
Hard to judge. Hard to judge.
I reckon it could be alright, and it could be one of those really annoying cards. They just play it and you have to deal with it, and it's really annoying. And if they do buff it, it's good. It can trigger elementals.
Well, think about it. Just because it's losing, it's basically it's losing 1 level, but it's only losing 1 attack. So it is basically the new Annoyatron.
Yeah, it is. Right, guys, we have gone through all the neutral cards. We are now on to the Kobolds and Catacombs Druid cards. Now, would you like to discuss, Chrisbee, would you like to discuss the weapons before the class or after the class?
I'd like to go for a cigarette, because this is going to take a long time.
To be honest, I agree. So I'm going to put up this back in 5 screen, and I'm going to get a coffee.
We'll see you in 5.
See you in 5.
Hello!
Hey!
We're back!
We're back!
We're back! We are back! We are back! How's everybody doing? Are they good?
Thank you very much, Mark.
Hmm.
Thank you very much. Nice review.
We're still going, bro. We're still going.
Okay, so yeah, question I was asking before we quit. Do you want to go through the legendary weapons before we go down the class, or do you want to do the legendary weapon after the class?
After the class. Let's do the class and then we'll look at the weapon.
Okay, so Lesser Jasper Spellstone. So if you're unfamiliar with the Spellstones, they start off as the 1 cost in your hand, which is a 1 cost, deal 2 damage to a minion. Then you gain 3 armor to upgrade. So when you upgrade, it becomes the deal 4 damage, gain 3 armor to upgrade, and it does.
Let's just scroll down to here maybe so we can we see all the stats that way? No,
Yeah.
Not quite. Maybe there. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got to look at this in all its forms. 1 to deal 2 damage. It's okay. It's okay.
It's alright. Yeah, they used it living roots.
4 damage, great. 6 damage, incredible.
Yeah, really good. Really good.
I think this will probably be one of the most used spell stones out of seeing all of them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously, there are cards to gain armor quite a bit in Druid now.
So you've got Malfurion, the Death Knight. You've got Feral Rage,
Nash,
Bite, even that Plated Beetle. You've got so many. You've got a good few ways to gain that exact much armor to upgrade this spell.
And as Ben Brode did tell us, it doesn't have to all be in one go. It can be a growing thing. So you can gain 1 armor, then 1 armor, then 1 armor, and it can happen sort of thing. You can do it over a couple of turns. You can do it.
Yeah, then you gain 3 in hand. It upgrades.
So yeah, I think it's going to get used. Absolutely, it's a new control card for Druid, which is something they've always desperate for. And with obviously Jade's getting rotated out eventually, Druid's gonna struggle to kind of create new classes, sort of thing. I mean, Jungle Druid's kind of seeing a comeback,
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Druid are gonna have a good shot with their legendary.
It's
the
mean
Bungalore.
The mean legendary of the set, as far as I'm concerned, is the big one. It's
really good. It's got the stat to Bram Bronzebeard. It must be good.
2/4 standard for this sort of thing. After you play a minion, you summon a copy of it. Druid has the perfect class to take on this kind of challenge because they have a crud load of taunters.
Yep.
A crud load. So getting this out and getting it to stick isn't going to be too tricky. It's not going to be too easy, which is what it shouldn't be. It should not be too easy.
No, for this.
But it's also a 5-mana minion, which means you're going to be doing it potentially late game anyway. You can do it turn 5, or you buff up into it turn 4 or 3, potentially with minions already on the board to potentially make it stick.
Yeah.
But the potential is gigantic.
Yeah, I mean it's with their legendary weapons for druids that you can do that ridiculous Leroy combo with. Because even if you face a manipulator this and play a Druid of the Claw or an Ancient of War, you're getting value out of your a-hole. It's such a good card, such a nice effect.
Out of your ass. I love how you put your mug that way just so you can read the Daleks.
Oh yeah. Nice. Okay, so up next we have Astral Tiger. 4 mana, 3/5 Death Rattle. Shuffle a copy of this minion into your deck.
It's keeping the whole fatigue thing get live for Druid. Like I said, I mean, I know it's not for a while yet. It's not for a few months, but you're gonna have to accept that Jades are going away.
I fucking hate Jades.
He really, really does. But Astral Tiger.
I wouldn't get me started.
You've got decks. You've got a deck forever. You've got an unlimited deck, forever decking.
Yeah.
With your deck.
And then later on, but you've got to have more things around it though, because the thing about Infinite Jades is they get bigger.
It's a death rattle. Like I said, something like most of the taunt effects in Druid are death rattles.
Yeah.
So there's going to be death rattles for days, rattles for days, cards for days, Astral Tigers for days.
Yeah, but how good in a late stage of the game is going to be a 3/5? That's what I meant.
Yeah,
like a Jade gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
It's not so much how big they're getting; it's the consistency. It's the fact that the value of having cards constantly, because even though they are 3/5s, they're there all the time. They're constantly coming out, and the stats aren't too bad. 3 attack is good, 5 health is good. It sticks.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And if it doesn't stick, you get another one. So
yeah,
screw it.
Next one, branching paths. Choose twice because Thandril is broken. So choose twice. Draw a card. Give your minions +1 attack. Gain 6 armor. Really good card. Really good card. I feel that it's one of those effects that I don't know whether you agree. People are saying that you're either going to pay 4 and gain 12, or you're going to pay 4 and draw 2. You could draw and gain 6. Don't get me wrong, because I feel that give your minions +1 attack for 4. There is a card called Savage Roar, which does it slightly better.
Yes, sure. But this is +1 attack on all your minions. So say, for instance, you chose it twice. You're giving all your minions +2 attack, which is not just for a turn, that's permanent.
True.
So it's versatile. If you need the draw...
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
If you need the draw, you got the draw. If you need the heal, you got the heal. You need the attack, you got the attack. You got all of that. It's all working there.
It's a great card.
I think it will get used.
Oh, 100%. 100% get used. Okay, so on to one of my most controversial cards of the entire set. The Grizzled Guardian, which is an 8 mana 3/5 with Taunt, Death Rattle, recruit 2 minions that cost 4 or less. So my thoughts about this card have gone up and down. Saw it, dog shite. Looked at it again, still thought it was dog shite.
Astral Tiger came out.
Then I saw the deck on the... well, I think it was more that a card down below came out as well, which isn't too bad with it, but it was mainly, So you play this with Hydronox and N'Zoth and then Astral Tiger, whatever it is. Ixalig, and you just the deck's very hard to kill. If you get to a stage where it's just like it just could just continuously go and just continuously make big guys. I think an 8 mana
Not to mention Coniferous Cube.
I think an 8 mana 3/5 is very very bad, but with everything else around it, it's pretty good.
Not to mention Druids have so many cards that just buff the board and give the board so many evolving spores and
things like that I don't agree with, because the more the Taunt Druid as a taunt deck, this is good. Because people are like, well, you're going to play this really early because you ramp in Druid, but then wouldn't you rather play a really big minion on 8 instead of a 3/5? But then, like a Lich King or anything like that. But in the deck that we saw, I completely understand why you would run
because it wouldn't run things like that. It probably wouldn't run things like Lich King and things like that. It probably
you'd run Lich King and everything.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't think there'd necessarily be room for it with the synergy, because things like this and cards like this, it keeps...
Dude, it's a taunt minion that Hydronox brings back. You're running Lich King. Hydronox dies, brings back a taunt. N'Zoth brings back Hydronox.
I'm not even sure you would, personally. Because of its ability to keep minions to stick to the board, I think things like Evolving Spores would get more use. Because Evolving Spores is biggest challenge, which is why it is never really used, is because it can never really keep things on the board.
Yeah, it was very...
This kind of deck... You saw it. It's full board after full board after full board after full board. Evolving Spores and things like that are going to get more use, and I think things like Lich King and standalone cards that are good alone aren't necessarily going to fit in a deck that completely synergizes. And this is why it's quite exciting. I think that's why it's most controversial, because I think that of all the decks, Druid has the most synergized cards of them all working together.
I can't believe you're literally telling me that a deck that can ramp up will not run an 8/8 taunt when taunt synergizes with every single card in the deck.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying it can't fit. I'm just saying this. I mean, in regards to having recruit minions at full cost less, that are running through the deck that are coming back. Like I said, we're gonna disagree on some of the stuff. That's absolutely fine. I mean, in his regards, he'd run a Lich King. In my personal opinion, I think it would be more 4 drops, and possibly Grizzled Guardian probably being the highest cost minion in the deck. I don't think there will be anything else of that nature.
Well, you're not running N'Zoth.
I think it'd be mid-range. I think this would be a mid-range synergized taunt druid, personally.
Fair enough. Okay, so there's gonna be a game coming up. You play a mid-range version. I'll play the hard-on control version. Because I just think, honestly, if
my mid-range is going to open up your asshole and show you your insides, guaranteed.
Because like Hydronox brings back 2 Grizzle Guardians, Lich King, and then N'Zoth brings back Hydronox. The board goes, and all your stuff comes back again because Hydronox just came back. It's just ridiculous. And then you'll game things
and
like,
you'll play your Lich King, and I'll play like 5 or 6 different things.
And a tempo taunt deck? What? Stop talking out your ass. Greedy Sprites. 3 for a 3-run Death Rattle, gain an empty mana crystal.
Good card.
Good card. Don't know why they gave Druid any more mana ramp, but whatever, it's a Death Rattle, it's not great, it's good, it's alright, I like it.
The transfer period's going to be crazy on the ramp section, but yeah.
Well, no, I don't think any ramp's rotating out.
Is it not?
No. Problem is, Innovate, Nourish, and Wild Growth all classic.
Well,
and then you go to Ultimate Infestation.
Time will tell, I guess.
Grizzle Guarding, get 2 of these. Could be something. So, going down, we've got...
Actually, going back to Squeeze Spite, how would you compare it to Jade Blossom? So, like, you get 3 for gaining the instant mana.
Yeah.
Against summoning a 2 extra attack minion that has it on Death Rattle.
I just like the idea of Jade Blossom, purely because... You're getting a 1/1. Yeah, granted, a 3 can trade better, maybe, but you're still getting the same amount of health. And in a later stage of the game, you'd rather play Jade Blossom because you get the mana then. So, I mean, it's not...
Yeah, in a Jade deck,
yeah,
but I meant as a standalone ramp card.
Standalone ramp card, I still think Jade Blossom.
Really?
I think spells are just better.
I think I prefer this, but... Like I said, we're not always going to agree.
No, he's just disagreeing.
I'm not just disagreeing for me. I think having a card that trades back, because it's more threatening, a 3/1. They have to feel like they need to get rid of it. It's going to kill that early game minion they're going to be playing on 2 cost and 3 cost. And for me, I feel like it's going to be dying most of the time anyway. And the chances of you not being able to trade, if you don't trade and you don't have to trade, and they're keeping an empty board, you've got a 3 cost minion and can just smack them.
Yeah, but then there is just the world where you just want to play Ultimate Infestation on the earliest turn possible, and you run this and Jade Blossom.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, you just run literally. If it says ramp, you play it.
Except maybe not Innovate. Not anymore.
No.
Poor guy.
This kind of, yeah. Ironwood Golem, 4 for a 3/6 taunt, can only attack if you have 3 or more armor. And then I would say it kind of goes along with the next card as well. Oaken Summon, gain 6 armor, recruit a minion that costs 4 or less. If you're going to go down that route, these cards work well. Those 2 cards work well together. Even though I still probably think Senjin Shieldmaster's better. But
this is what I'm saying, because like obviously Senjin Shieldmaster is better. There's all these cards that are just working together.
I like it.
So much synergy. There's so many options and choices you can make when creating this deck. I think it's going to be really exciting. The extra health, not being able to attack, is 3 armor really hard to gain in Druid? Who knows? It's
not. I don't think it is. I really don't. Especially as well because you're making a 3/6 body. If you do get this into this, that's really good because I don't think gain 6 armor to get a 4 cost or less is that good.
And obviously having a 3/6 comeback when Hydronox kicks off is sick. So.
Yeah, so those 2 cards are covered. I think they're both pretty good. And the Taunt Druid's actually becoming like fairly decent, which is cool. And then we have a Barkskin, which has taken a long time. I've played the World of Warcraft trading card game for years and years. And Barkskin was like a card they had for so long. But anyway, give a minion +3 attack,
to 3
+3 health, and gain 3 armor. So for 1 cost, again, it's 3 armor. It helps with the Spellstone. It helps with it. It's just...
You'd compare it to something like Power to Shield. Power to Shield draws your card, gives a minion 3 health. This gives you 3 health and you gain 3 armor. So is giving it 3 armor equal to drawing a card? Probably.
Probably not. Drawing a card's worth way more than 3 armor.
Yeah, but you look at it like a 1 cost that gains you. I don't know. It's tricky. It's tricky because
I don't think not many cheap cards are better than draw a card. Draw a card is the most powerful thing in a card game.
It's also the health that you're putting it on because like obviously this whole taunt genre that's coming out of Druid.
Yeah.
Like for instance, sending a minion from 1 health to 4 health, it's okay. It makes it stick a little bit more.
Yeah.
But say for instance, sending a minion from 6 health to 9 health, suddenly that becomes a much bigger issue.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like getting the 3 health is absolutely great. The 3 armor is just an extra incentive for that sticking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel because druids are moving towards that mid range where they're going to have a lot more bigger stuff in their hand, you're not going to be wasting your hand too much anyway. And druid do not need draw cards.
No, they don't. But I just don't think it can't be compared to draw a card. I think it's good in the synergy with everything that druids trying to do in the set. And that's the end of druid. So we have to go to Twig of the World Tree.
Twig of the World Tree.
4 for a 1/5. Basically, give your opponent 5 cards with Harrison Jones. I think the card's brilliant. I love it so much.
I like what they're trying to do. I struggle with this.
I really struggle to see it good.
You can't really get rid of it yourself.
Nope. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. So I wanted them. I know obviously that druids never had weapons before, but I feel like they could have given druids like a cheap, mediocre weapon. Just something, a 2-attack weapon. Just, because druids have claws. Give druids something cheap that they can use to blow up this. That's all, you know what I mean? Like, because the scenario of just playing Medivh, because you can play Medivh and Ultimate Infestation in one turn, is good. Don't get me wrong, really, really good. With the Druid Legendary in this set, what I was saying, you can play it plus Faceless. You then, if you can blow up your Twig, you've then got 10 more mana, and you play Leroy, and you just kill your opponent. Or there's Aviana and Kun plus this. There's so much so much you can do with it. But I think it's just because you can't get rid of it yourself.
I'm just gonna just give me a brief second, because I'm just gonna log quickly into my Hearthstone account. I'm just gonna, because I feel I probably should have researched this before we started, but I feel like there's cards in there somewhere that I've forgotten about that work weapons that maybe we don't know. So I'm just gonna look quickly through my collection and just type in the word weapon.
I feel there isn't a card that blows up your own weapon, because I was thinking the same thing.
Just gonna have a quick look here. So if I go to filter, I'm gonna type in.
I just feel like there isn't a card that blows up your own weapons, which is sad. So
you have to go to generic here and crafting. So no. Discard your weapons. Destroy your opponent's weapon when your weapon is destroyed. So no, there isn't anything in that.
There's no way that you can destroy your own weapon, apart from if, because if your opponent lets you swing with this 4 times and then you go off with like a 20 mana turn, they deserve to lose.
Yeah.
It's that
absolutely.
simple.
Because you're spending 4 mana on this, so it's an investment card that takes a very long time to pull off.
Yeah. I mean, what's your ideal scenario? Discovering another, one of the other things you could discover another copy of this card, and then play it over and then gain 10 mana.
Do have a lot of cards that gain attack and crap like that. So having the extra attack, so obviously hero power gains attacks, and then it's only 2 attack that you're dealing with. You could play Feral Rage, and then it's a 5 attack instead, or then Feral Rage and hero power, it's a 6 attack. So it's extra attack and druids. It's good.
I just think it's too much for a big ass.
It's a lot of investment.
It's a hell of a lot. It's a big combo, and I think you're gonna have decks where it's gonna be like, you're not gonna play this card straight away when you get it. If you're hellbent on playing this card, fair play. But don't play it straight away, because all the weapon hate's going to kill you. If the weapon hate then goes away, you start playing Twig of the World Tree, and you can do some amazing combos. And the combos are going to be insane with this card, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Like I say, with Kuns and Aviana and Medivh and Leroy Jenkins.
Is going to be there as well, because lots of people are going to be playing weapon removal. So you playing it in the most effective way possible, like ideally on turn 10 when you're playing a 10 mana turn, then destroying your weapon, then getting another 10 things, is probably not going to happen. Because if they're playing
No.
a lot of weapon removal, which people probably will be because of the amount of weapons that are being released, they're going to be blowing this up on turn 9. They're going to be blowing up on turn 8 as late as they can in the game. To think to themselves, or just literally one turn away from when you're going to be completing it yourself, just to stop you from getting that big mana turn. So I can't rate this good.
No,
I can't rate this good. It's
can't.
sad, but I can't. If suddenly if it does turn into a sleeper and then suddenly one day there is a way of destroying your own weapon, then yeah, it's a great card, amazing card. But until then, sorry,
Druid, it just wasn't good enough. Right, so we're now on to Hunter.
Yeah. So what we got?
We got.
What? Someone said something there. Let's have a look at the stream for just a second.
Talk about the Medivh.
Medivh,
the only way to neutrally get rid of this, and that's where you play Ultimate Infestation.
But if you're on a turn,
turn
where you're playing Medivh anyway, it does work with Medivh.
Yeah, it is the only way Druid can get around it.
Yeah. Wait, Blinkton. Oh yeah. the one that gives both you and your opponent a weapon.
Oh yeah, Blingatron or oh my god, you could get this in. Could you get this in Warrior with a Malkarok?
Maybe. Oh shit! Could you?
I don't think you can get other classes. I don't think anyway.
Yeah, I thought if you can, that's crazy.
Okay, so we're on to Hunter. They have the Emerald, so you have Lesser Emerald Spellstone, Emerald Spellstone, Greater Emerald Spellstone, which is summon 2/3/3 wolves, play a secret to upgrade. Then you get 3/3/3 wolves, and then 5 to play another secret to upgrade, and then they get 5 for 4/3/3 wolves. So this is kind of an archetype that they're trying to push with Hunter, aren't they? Which you'll find later on, where you want to play like just barely any minions and just spam things and just try and kill your opponents as quick as possible.
This is like I said, I think when you look at this, you got to take it in all its forms. Summoning 2 for 5, 3/3 wolves is good. It's 6/6 worth of stats for 5 costs, which is a bonus thing, and they're both beasts, so it works well with the Hunter. Play as secret, not hard to upgrade.
Nope, it's not hard. It's not hard to upgrade.
So then 5 for 3/3 wolves, that's great. 4. Wow.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Wow. That's 5 for 12/12 worth of stats.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Play this on turn 10 with a Tundra Rhino. Win.
Yeah.
Tundra Rhino, Greater Emerald Spellstone.
And plus, if you're playing, a full, no minion.
That's a full Spell Hunter.
Full Spell Hunter, then wow.
Yeah, just hope your opponent doesn't have Dustbreaker.
Because you can play 2 of these, all these Spellstones, you can play 2 of them in your deck. You got to remember that, and there are ways of discovering more of them too. So it's exciting. It's good to see. I think
it's good to see. Yeah. Speaking of exciting cards to see in Hunter, we have Kathrana Winterwisp, which I love this card. I absolutely love this card. So
it's one of those. It's a very cool card. I will absolutely give you that. It's a very, very cool card.
One of the best Hunter legendaries they've probably had.
How people are going to pull it off will be interesting to see. Because if there's one thing that Hunter have always struggled with, it's late game. They have no real way of healing. They haven't got massive amounts of draw. And there's no way of ramping, which is why they've always struggled in the late game. They've always done better at controlling early game and mid game, and then kind of killing them off with the little things possible once everyone else has got their late game going. So having a late game card in Hunter is always kind of exciting.
Yeah.
But did you fart?
No.
Oh god, that stinks. No.
Totally fine.
It's okay, they can't smell it. Yeah, I don't know.
You might die because I did smell pretty bad. Anyway, so
that wasn't me.
That's you're not gonna smell your own fart and die, are you? I mean, that'd be a horrible way to go. So the 8 for a 6/6 Battlecry and Death Rattle Recruiter Beast. So the way that I would run this is Secret Hunter with the Spellstone, and you're just playing your secrets to keep the game going, and you're playing Secret Passage with Cloaked Huntress. And if you want to play Professor Putricide, then good luck to you. But you could do that, and then the only beast you run in the deck are like Charged Devilsaur, King Crush, ultra sword, just just massive beasts. For the love of God, don't draw them first though. Otherwise, you're in trouble.
It's tricky.
Savannah Highmane, things like that. The fact that it's kind of like it's kind of like the first card that springs to mind with it's like an Aya with the Battlecry and Death Rattle. It's like a Toshli with the Battlecry and Death Rattle. I like the effects like that, and I think stat wise it's pretty good. And if you play 8 for 6s, get a King Crush. It's pretty damn good.
Even a Savannah Highmane and anything decent. Anything with 3/3 or higher stats, really, you're getting good value out of it.
Yeah. I really like the Legendary. I think if I get it, I'm really looking forward to playing big Hunter.
My concern is whether or not people can get it to work efficiently. But yeah, it's good to see.
Okay, so these two cards together are pretty good because they're two of the most interesting cards Hunter have got. One of the first cards ever revealed for this set was Crushing Walls. Again, flavorful for the dungeon. It destroys your opponent's left or right most minions for 7. So, I don't know why I didn't think if your opponent just got 2 big minions, it does still blow them both up. But then I don't know why you wouldn't just try and do something. Just YOLO a deadly shot and save 4 mana. Just try and kill that one thing, it's fine. I don't know, I don't get, even if you're playing this kind of like late game, big Hunter, whether you'd run this, I don't know. I might, if I'm playing the Kathrana Winterwisp deck, I might run one of this card just to help clear some board. But if they spam, if they got like Sylvan Recruits or something, or the little things with Firefly or things like that, it's just like,
The only time to consider when cards are getting mixed up into each other is any good is in the kind of fatigue game. So for instance, Crushing Walls, you're basically taking it as 2 deadly shots in one card.
Yep.
So that's 6 mana.
Yeah.
They're specific on what they're picking, but not to the point that you get to choose them. But it is 2 cards in one, so the 1 extra mana is kind of justified, so you can see what they're going for. But it's only in a game where you're using all your cards and fatigue becomes an issue, where you're going to really care about having all that in one card.
Yeah.
So and I think that's the same for To My Side as well. It's 2 Animal Companions. If your deck has no minions. So you have to make a deck with no minions to be able to get this effect.
To be honest, there's one thing I don't know whether I've thought about it. I've never actually voiced it. It's more the fact you're playing the Hunter deck with no minions, but you still have a card called Deathstalker Rexar.
Oh yeah,
because it's still like a thing that you could just late game just win with zombies.
And the thing is,
and what I like about this card artwork is it pretty much tells you that no one wants Leok. Because you got Misha and Huffer, the only ones you want.
That's the very point. Yeah, but it is 2 basically. It's same, isn't it?
Yeah,
so,
and there's Rexar looking smug,
so you can understand that. It's getting to the stage now that you got to think Animal Companion, To My Side. What's
Call the Wild.
You could be getting a lot of these Animal Companions.
And then you've got the whole, and then you got the Spellstone with the wolves and things. I think the non-minion Hunter deck could work. I feel just reading it, when we first read this card, it was like worst card in the set. Now, maybe not. Maybe. Don't quote us on it. No, we can't quote that. And when we get to the Hunter,
chances of getting even one of those when you play the weapon, which we're going to get into in a second.
When we get to the Hunter Legendary weapon, we will talk about it. But it's one of those cards, if I pull it, I'll make this deck. If I don't, then I'll never make this deck. Simple as.
Let's move on to the rares.
We should move on to the rares, because the rares in Hunter are actually fairly exciting. So we have Sleeping Oozling. Gain the death rattle of a random minion in your deck. It's pretty good.
That could be Recruit a Beast.
Yep, so you can play this in the same deck as Kathrana Winterwisp, because
you get 2/2 wolves.
Yep, with Savannah Highmane. You could. I think this does definitely fit in the deck with Kathrana Winterwisp. You just spam out these big beasts from your deck. I think it's a very nice card. It's just a really good Hunter card. It's just the way they're going with the whole Death Rattle Hunter. 'Cause they've been dabbling in it for ages, and it's never been good enough.
You could basically run this in the deck when you only have run Death Rattle. I can't off the top of my head consider which deck you wouldn't necessarily pick or what Death Rattle you could pick. If, say, for instance, you did decide to run that 7-cost 3/3 legendary and have it sitting there in the back of your deck and hopefully just trying to keep it in there. But you technically could choose
copy that, and then that gets you an 8-cost.
If you minimize the amount of Death Rattles you got in the deck, then you are picking it. So yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's going to get used, only time will tell.
Only time will tell. Wandering Monsters, new secret for Hunter. When an enemy attacks your hero, summon a 3-cost minion as the new target. So this brings me back to some of those extremely janky. I'm imagining that 3 for a 1/1 Divine Shield Poisonous wouldn't be too bad here, because you just get a 3-cost minion.
You see, Trump said on his video, because I'm gonna have to be a bit of devil's advocate here, because Trump said, would you prefer this to, say, a bear trap? Where a bear trap is you take the damage and then you're summoning a 3/3 Taunter.
Yeah.
And you've got that. This doesn't necessarily summon a Taunter. It doesn't guarantee the stats. So I can see the argument. But it is a 3-cost. Generally speaking, most 3-costs have good stats. They could be 3/4s, they can be poisonous, they could be a million different things. And generally speaking, they are good. So generally speaking, most of the 3-drops would be better than just a 3/3 Taunter. But on top of that, it has the minion that's attacking you attack that minion, which means you could get double value out of it. As opposed to, say, Bear Trap, where you're summoning the 3/3, you could potentially use that to kill one of the things that's killing you.
Yeah.
And then they just get rid of it somehow. You are almost certainly going to be able to take out 2 things with this. Potentially, especially against a rush deck, any kind of rush deck, you're almost definitely taking out 2 things. So I think, it's a good card. I think it's a really good card.
I like it. It's gonna be another one to play. It's just another secret to play around. As you say, every secret becomes better when another secret's printed, because it's another card to play around, which is always good.
On to the commons.
We're on to the commons. So we have. Can we get all 3 on the screen here? No, not quite.
So let's just start with the first 2.
Yeah. So we have Flanking Strike. 4-cost, deal 3 damage to a minion, summon a 3/3 wolf.
4-cost, do 3 damage to a minion, summon a 3/3 wolf. How do we feel about that? I feel I'd have to compare it to Jade Lightning.
Yeah.
Because Jade Lightning is a 4-drop, it does a certain amount of damage, and then it summons a Jade. Obviously, that's a progressive thing, so you could be getting a 1-drop out of it sometimes, you could be getting 2-drop, you could be getting a 3-drop, or you can even get hits and getting higher.
Yeah.
This guarantees the stats of the minion that you're getting, and it's definitely a beast. For that, you're sacrificing 1 damage.
Yeah.
So, in that regard, yes.
I like it. I do like it. I think it's really good. And you don't play many 4-drops in Hunter. Like a mid-range Hunter plays, it's literally the Trump video I was watching earlier on, they play Harmmaster.
And taking out a minion while summoning minions, like summoning a 3/3 on a 4 game that kills something, is usually pretty good. It's almost it's a better version of Firebloom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're summoning 3/3 and doing 3 damage instead of 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it will get used. I think it's a good card.
I think it will get used. Yeah. Cave Hydra also damages the minions. Is next to it. I think it's more than a 3. It's more than a 3 mana 2/4. Basically,
it's taking Hunter because the thing is they're recreating Hunter now, and it's something that had to be done because Hunter has fallen off the map. They've had their rush games. They've had their thing. Originally, Hunter was the apex. It was the absolute top of the map, and it was complete rush. Now, then Warlock took over with the Zoo, and then Druid has started coming in with their version now, and those are both way better.
Yeah.
And so suddenly you've got a scenario where Hunter are left in the darkness without being able to reconstruct themselves. So yes, having lots of control stuff, which is exactly what this is.
Yeah.
It's a solid minion that sticks to the board. It could potentially wipe out Rush.
Yeah.
That's what Hunter needed.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're trying to do with these cards.
Yeah. It is a good card. I do like it. I like any of these effects. They're just like, when they attack, they just do the damage either way, because that's why I really like the weapon from the Warrior Death Knight and things like that. And they like Faux Reaver, was it? Way back in the day. But yeah, 2 good cards. We've got Candle Shop, 1 for a 1/3 weapon, immune while attacking.
Well, you see, the thing about this card is a lot of the people don't realise. I mean, they may do, I'm not sure. But it is absolutely garbage.
Like
100% garbage. Like, way past any garbage you can think of. It doesn't...
Why would you play this over an alley cat? Why would you play this over an Argent Squire?
There's no way of powering up weapons. It doesn't synergize with anything. It doesn't get you anywhere else.
If this was in Rogue, you know what I mean? If this was a class that cared about weapons and cared about buffing weapons, okay. But in Hunter, it's literally the finest of 5 dust, right there. And we can speak about Hunter weapons being dust right now.
Whoa. Okay, this isn't agree. This isn't agree.
No,
we
I
do
know.
not agree on this. That's his opinion, and this is my opinion. This is separate things. Carry on.
Chrisbee, I was completely joking because I was actually big in the spell deck up.
I love
the
this
start
card.
of this.
I love this card.
Okay, so we've got the Hunter legendary weapon.
I love this card.
I think it's okay, because Hunter have got some really shit spells. It's literally like a Mega Fin. When Mega Fin gives you bad cards, you lose. This will give you bad cards, you pretty much lose. But I love the idea. Like when they tried to, again, you know, when they showed the To My Side, and it was just like, what? No minions in Hunter? What are they trying to do? Then my friend sent me this last night. I was like, what are they doing? Like, why are you trying to create Hunter in the way they run no minions? That's such a weird way of doing things. But then you've got to think that they're trying to like replicate what a Hunter would be like in World of Warcraft, in an MMO. You would just be by yourself with your bow, with your wolves, with your pack, with all these kind of things. And it's just, I like the way they're trying to do it, where they're just trying to, like I say, you're trying to make, either done with Rogue, and now they're doing it with Hunter, and they're trying to make the class feel more real as a class. I don't know, they're just making them more real. I do really like this card. I just think it's risky as all holy hell, and I don't know, because in a deck with full spells, I just still want to play Yogg while I can.
It's tricky. I mean, there is a lot of garbage spells. I mean, we are just kind of looking through the spells here now.
Yeah, there's some okay
kill
stuff.
Commands. You know, got Call the Wilds.
Yeah, but you could get more like To My Side and
secrets to work with the gemstones if you get them to trackings to help you. Like, I think it could work, because the thing is, you're obviously going to be playing this with a fairly empty hand, and you can compare it to other cards that fill up your hand, like say for instance like Murlocs with the Murloc things. And I think Hunter spells are better than Murlocs personally. Because of the way Murlocs have gone now, yes, I do. I do feel like it is better. Like I said, we've got varying opinions on this, but I think it is quite exciting to see a new kind of mechanic come in, especially for a class that's fairly unused.
I don't think he's listening to a word I'm saying. Like, I've not said a bad word about this guy, apart from you could get some jank, or you could get some... like, Mega things give you jank Murloc and you lose the game.
Let me put it this way then. The difference between him and the difference between me is he's not going to be crafting this. I absolutely will be.
Oh yeah, 100%. There is no way I'm crafting this.
Oh yeah, I'm making this. Definitely.
So we're on the mage cards.
Ooh, here we go, guys. Mage.
We're on the mage cards. The Mage Spellstone.
Because they needed another Kabbalist tomb.
Well, they will because they're gonna lose Kabbalist Tomb soon.
Eventually, but not for now.
So for 2 mana, add a random mage spell to your hand, play 2 elementals to upgrade. Then you get 2 random spells, and then for 2 mana you get a Kabbalist Tomb. You get 3 random mage spells, which could be more ruby spellstones.
Which you can also get from Kabbalist Tomb or Primordial Glyph. So it costs 0. Think about that for a second, guys. Think about that. Oh, God.
To be honest, I only just thought about that. I might just leave. I'm done with this game. I'm going back to Yu-Gi-Oh!
So, like I said, you got to look at it in all its levels. 2 for random summoning a mage card to your hand. Not that great. Not that great,
No.
but it's okay.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really do anything. It's not something you really play until you've upgraded it, which obviously compared to the other ones isn't necessarily a good thing because the other ones are playable pretty much from the get-go. 2 random mace spells for 2 mana. Pretty good. 3 random mage spells for 2 mana. Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. But okay, so would you play this in like a control deck that runs a number of elementals? I don't think you'd play this in full on elemental mage because, as you say, it's a tempo deck.
You wouldn't necessarily have to play full elementals.
No.
Obviously, you got your fireflies, so
Yeah.
you've got 4 elementals right there.
Yeah.
If you don't get those, maybe water elementals because they're quite controlly. They're good for getting the tempo out. They're on stat or point. So you play on point things.
Yeah,
maybe even the vile plumes for a little bit extra control for the 2 damage and things like that. I feel that's probably the way.
I think that's probably the way you would go with it. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a tempo mage kind of deal.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have the Mage Legendary, which is one of my personal favorite cards in the set because I just like the idea of it, to be honest.
But sorry, just going back very quickly. I just had another thought. These cost 2 mana, so two Sorcerer's Apprentice, and they're 0 mana. You could potentially and very easily complete the quest in 1 turn just by having 2 Sorcerer's Apprentices on the field.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, quest mates can go and suck a big fat cock.
Oh, like like swallow that dick, you horrible bitch. Oh.
Quest mage is disgusting. Anyway,
both of us can't wait until it's gone. Neither of us play it. We hate it.
Genuinely, you have played it.
I've used it before. I just don't enjoy it.
I still have the card. I might have to go disenchant it. Anyway, let's go to the legendary. So we got Dragoncaller Alana. It's a 9 mana 3/3. You summon a 5/5 dragon for each spell you've cast this game that costs 5 or more.
If you get 2,
it's good.
If you get more,
it's really good.
Simple as that.
Now,
what else do you have to say about it?
They're dragons, so it goes into Dragonfire Potion. You're playing Meteor, Flame Strike, Blizzard, Firelance Portal, and some other 5-cost mage spells.
Pyroblast.
Some other 5-cost or higher mage spells are also going to be in this set.
Cabalist Tomb.
Yeah. There are just so many spells.
But a deck of wonders.
Cards we haven't got to yet. I think it's
other 5-cost spells.
I think deck 1 is literally the next card down.
Is it?
Actually, the other 2 are the next 2 cards.
Yeah,
down.
when they're given us more 5-cost spells and higher.
Yeah. So on to the next 5-cost spells. So we're going to quickly just jump down here because we need to talk about Deck of Wonders first. Deck of Wonders is a 5-cost mage spell, would you believe? And it's shuffle 5 scrolls into your deck, and when they're drawn, cast a random spell.
Tribute to Yogg, praise be to he.
Now there is a video on our channel which is play 120 Yoggs in one game, and we're gonna make the biggest Deck of Wonders.
I tried
somehow.
playing it on my phone; it crashed so many times. Shouldn't have done it.
Nah, shouldn't have done it. Deck of Wonders, I think, is a fucking liability. I just think if you're gonna play this game where you want to summon all these dragons, and it is a deck I'm going to be playing because I love the idea of this, I don't think I'm playing Deck of Wonders.
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally playing Deck of Wonders.
I'm playing Deck of Wonders in Mage, not in this Mage. I love the card.
But the thing is, it's all about the synergy, and before because like
we literally just piled up because it doesn't count.
Yes, it's cast a random spell, draw a card, cast when drawn. It doesn't count towards anything.
Doesn't count towards or making a dragon. But it
does work, however, with the card just to the right hand side of it.
Reveal it. Yeah. Go on.
This card is fucking ridiculous. it works. It's not that, you know, Mage needed more control and spells to control shit with, because oh my god, Quest Mage, go suck a dick and die, will definitely be winning this card, and basically it pulls a spell out of your deck, and depending on what mana it is, it will do that to all minions.
So if you're playing Quest, you're playing no minions that aren't Doomsayer.
You don't even care. You don't even care.
You don't care. But my thing, okay, so again, they're calling this deck the expensive Mage, but you're playing the expensive spells. You're probably playing one ice block because you can play Arcanologist to get out of your deck, and it doesn't matter.
Basically, you need to get past turn, 3?
As a Mage, I got this. But I just think, let's go back to Deck of Wonders. I think the card's brilliant, the card's hilarious, I can't wait to play it. I just don't want to play in this deck. I think it's just a liability. But I will play it. We will play a deck with Deck of Wonders and York. We're just going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know they don't count being still.
Because I know it doesn't say it, but it will be... Wait. It is random target, right? Because I just noticed something.
What?
Well, Yogg says random targets, and the other cards make it specific enough to put random targets on it. It does say cast a random spell, but as a spell, a random target?
I'm pretty confident it would be. If it cast a fireball, what's going to happen? It would have to be a random target.
Do you get to choose the target?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so, but only time will tell. Oh, here we go. We're getting into broken territory now, ladies and gentlemen.
Not the Mage needed any more broken.
We have got... Okay, you talk about Leyline Manipulator. I'm talking about Explosive Runes. Because they're both so fucking good.
Mage. Yeah, I know they're getting rid of Ice Block. When is that happening?
Well, it's not yet. So hopefully when the Year of the... We're in Year of the Mammoth now, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully when Year of the Mammoth is over and they're going to rotate some classic cards into the Hall of Fame, they're going to get rid of Ice Block. Because that card is degenerate bollocks.
But it's okay, because they're supplementing them with lots, and we mean lots of really good cards. Leyline Manipulator. If you're holding any cards that didn't start in your deck... I wonder how a Mage is gonna do that. Their
Spellstone, Kabbalist Tomb, Primordial Glyph.
Just to name a few: Babbling Book, Shimmering Tempest. We could go on. But anyway, if they didn't for whatever...
Mages are fucking bullshit.
Because, you know, it's not like any of these cards can't discover each other. Themselves, for instance. And continually fill their hand with more and more. Oh my god. Quest Mage, suck a dick and die. They now have a way of making them cost less. Not that they didn't have that already. Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Primordial Glyph.
The Circulum to get the lowest cost minion in your hand, which is going to be the only minion in your deck, which is Sorcerer's Apprentice. And obviously, of course, copying it with the 4-drop of... What's it called again? Because I don't run the deck, I can't even fucking remember what the card's called.
What's the 4-cost?
The 4-cost that copies a minion once it's on the field.
Oh, Molten Reflection.
Molten Reflection. So not that they needed any way of making these cards that discover themselves and constantly make more cards anyway, or even make them cheaper, because they already have that, but now you have a way to make them even cheaper. So basically, mages are going to be taking turns that last for 5 centuries, and at the end of it, you're just going to be dead. That's simple as that. They don't even need the quest, to be honest, because the amount of spells they're going to be discovering and the amount of shit they're going to be doing, it's just going to fart on everything. Quest Mage, suck a dick and die. You want to talk about Explosive Runes?
Yeah, here I go. Speaking of mages don't need the quest, all they need to do is 30 damage. They don't need infinite, they need 30. This is another way of doing, like, 5-4 damage, then they've got fireballs, firelance pull, everything like that. So after your opponent plays a minion, deal 6 damage to it. That's like Omega Snipe. But then deal any excess to the hero. What is this? Like, what is this? So you have got in your hand, you've got, let's just say, let's go with an Elven Archer and a Chillwind Yeti. Let's go with some classic cards here. And your mage has a secret. And you think it's Mirror's Entity. I'll play my Elven Archer. You then get hit for that thing gets hit, and then your hero gets hit for 5.
You lose your minion and take damage to your face. And if you're playing it with like what is it? I can't remember names of cards today. 4/3. Play a secret for free.
Oh yeah, I can't think of it. I know exactly. Yeah, it's the 4/3. You play your next secret for free this turn. Because I think it was Firebat that said like turn 1 Mana Worm, turn 2 Archaeologist, turn 3 that, drop this. And then let's say it's just like, and then you've got Alex Straza. It's just like they didn't need this.
If you didn't have to worry about Quest Mage shoving a dick in your ass, you now got Tempo Mage as well. That's also going to be screwing you over the kitchen table.
Now, again, what I said about the Hunter thing definitely applies to this. It's that all secrets become better. Now this exists. It's now just. It's one of those things. It's a very, very hard secret to play around. Because you're playing around Mirror's Entity, and you're playing around Potion of Polymorph, and you're playing around Explosive Runes. Something's got to give here, and I think these 2 cards are 2 of the best cards in the set. One for Quest Mage, which I could not give 2 flying fucks about, but Explosive Runes, I think it's a ridiculous card. Absolutely ridiculous.
Mage has got so many options. There's going to be so many mages everywhere.
Mage commons. So we have got Raven, the Raven Familiar, Battlecry. Reveal a spell from each deck with cost more, draw it. So, Expensive Mage. Expensive Mage. You're playing this as your 2-drop, and you're probably going to be playing, say, your Firelands Portals, your anything like. This is pretty good. I think this would be kind of funny in the Deck of Wonders deck though, because you draw it. So if you fill your deck, you play that, then you draw, and you're just gonna go crazy with this. I think the card's very good in Mage. I think it's gonna be a 2-of in the Expensive Mage, and I'm gonna be playing it.
Let me talk about Arcane Artistic.
Oh yeah, please, yeah.
Arcane Artificer. Artificer. Artificer.
I think it's Artificer.
Arcane Artificer. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, we're going Arcane Artificer.
Let me talk about Arcane Artificer. 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 Let me talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
I just want to know who at Blizzard had their dick sucked by Jaina, because Jaina. You know, sure, you lose Ice Block. You still got a crap load of control cards. You still got a crap load of devastating monsters and spells that seem to go into infinity forever. And now you get a card that every time you cast a spell, like let's compare this to something that gains armor that's a minion, which is
like Shield Bearer, any of the
not Shield Bearer. Let's go for the Warrior 2 cost. What's it called? Armorsmith. Now every time a minion takes damage, you gain 1. It's respectful. It's not trying to be more than it is. You know? This, obviously you don't have to play it first straight away.
No, you play on turn 8 or with a Flame Strike.
Play it on turn 8, you Flame Strike, you wipe their field, you gain 7 armor, you play it in conjunction with like
Frostbit's Jaina.
And cards that discount stuff, so you're playing loads of them, so you're gaining 10 armor every single turn and all of this.
I'm playing this in Expensive Mage. But, card's really good. The card's really good. It's one of those things that definitely I do think is a card that pretty much tells you. I'm pretty sure there's some really, really small print in there saying Ice Block is getting banned or Ice Block is fucking off. Because we can't have Ice Block and this in the same game. No. I'm sorry. Wild can literally go away.
You have to. Okay. For instance, Bring It On. Bring It On gains 10 armor, right? Yeah. And for that, right, your opponent gets a discount of 2 on all his minions. You, right, get to play this.
You mage
sons of bitches get to play this, and then 9 mana, just reel off 9 mana's worth of stuff. Right, which do horrible things like wipe the board and summon things and put stuff into play. You gain 9 mana, and then for your troubles, you get a 1/2 minion for it. Fuck you! Fuck you! And what do I get for it as your opponent while you're doing this shit?
A hot dicking.
Nothing. Get Squat diddly nothing. Fuck you!
Shifting scroll. Each time, it's just literally a shifting Xeris, but for a random freaking mage spell.
Yes, which didn't start in your hand. I wonder what combos with that.
Oh, a mage spell that didn't start in your deck. Moving on. Oh, whoa. Okay, whoa. Okay. Stop. If you didn't think Mage got any better, why don't you just give him a card that just draws them cards? Now, there is a problem with this card, I think. Now,
it'll be the least used weapon, I feel.
Yes, but I think if you're playing the Burn Mage, if you're playing Explosive Runes, Fireball, you're playing the game that literally just wants to say, I don't like the number 30, I want to remove that 3 and blow you to oblivion. You're going to play this card. But there's going to be a time where you can't play in a control deck because it's going to overdraw you. And your opponent's not going to be destroying this if they see you overdrawing. I think it won't be used as much as people thought when they first saw it. But I think in the Burn Alexstrasza, I just kill you quickly Mage. Or just kill you in one turn Mage, shall I say.
I would very much like to know if Garrosh gets weapons from other classes. If he does, then...
Hot dang!
It'd be pretty cool to get this.
Hot dang.
Also pretty cool to have your opponent get this when he's got a full hand.
Yeah, that would be quite funny. Yeah, Blingatron getting Anuneth.
So it's tricky. You just don't know. I feel it's not that good.
I think
playing 3 cards is quite hard anyway. It's not the easiest thing in the world. You could play it in a deck that's got very low cost stuff. If it's like a tempo deck, I think a tempo deck would work.
You're playing tempo or burn, and burn and tempo are the same thing. To be honest, now.
So it could work. I don't think I'll be rushing to craft this. I think if I get it, I'll try and incorporate it. But I don't think this is going to be a super popular legendary weapon.
No. Going on to...
So let's get away from Mage, because to be honest, she's just pissing me off. Fuck you!
Oh, we've got to Paladin.
His favourite class, ladies and gentlemen.
Every card's brilliant. Move on to the next class. No, okay, so let's talk about some of these cards. So we'll talk about their Lesser Pearl Spellstone. Summon a 2/2 sprite with Taunt. Restore 3 health to upgrade. Then you get a 4/4 with Taunt. Restore 3 health to upgrade. Then you get a 6/6 for 2 mana. Pretty good in the respect that it's 2 cost for a 6/6 Taunter. Pretty sweet. I just think that I struggle to see. There are a few cards coming down, few cards down the line here that could work with this. I just feel that is there room for this in Paladin? I don't know. Paladin's gonna be played a lot different, obviously soon, but it's a 2 for 6/6. I'm not gonna overlook this card by any means imaginable. I think it's good. But there are a few cards coming up that you do let you heal and things like that. But it's just I don't know. I just don't know about it, to be honest. What's your thoughts?
Well, sorry for sounding like a broken record, but like I said, you do have to again look at it in all its forms. 2 for a 2/2 Taunter, it's okay. It's alright. It's acceptable. 2 for a 4/4 Taunter,
pretty good.
It's after healing. So I guess the main regard is just to try and think of how easy or hard it is to heal. So you got to heal 6 in total. Yeah. Because that's what you're aiming for. Healing 3, you could do it. There isn't a lot of cards that do that straight away in Paladin. You can do it in installments, I guess.
Well, that's the thing.
You're basically going to get this card on credit.
Pretty much, because what cards are you playing to heal in Paladin?
True Silver
Champion and Light Rag. Lay on Hands.
Uther
Ebonblade. But but then I think this late game's okay. I just think you could do this in a tempo version because there are some, like I said, there are some healing cards coming up from Paladin that I want to be talking about. But obviously we're going to be going down to one of the Paladin cards that was one of the most spoken about card, the Unidentified Maul. So it gains bonus effects in your hand. So this card changes in your hand to a certain effect.
Can we see all these effects?
You can. In one go, can we? No.
Oh, wait. Let's keep going up slightly. There?
Yes. So, Bless Maul, 3 for a 2/2. You can give your minions +1 attack. You can summon 2 Silverhand... you get summon 2 Silverhand recruits. Give your minions Divine Shield. Give your minions Taunt.
Now, obviously, you don't have a choice. You don't know what it's going to be until it's in your hand.
Yes.
But looking at all those effects, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good. I like them. I think it's a good weapon.
People, I mean, there have been talks that this is going to be replacing Blessed. What is it called? The
Rallying Blade.
Rallying Blade. That's the one.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can because that buff
2 Silverhand recruits, pretty sick. That's
yeah.
like four mana's worth of stuff. For
the guy, I can't think the guy I've been watching this guy's video like every single day, and I can't think of his name. When he revealed this, he showed this card, he said he would like it if they weren't like 3 aggro effects. Because he doesn't like it. There's +1 attack, give minions Divine Shield, you can trade easier and things like that. But I think like every single effect is good there. Like I don't think
it works with either having a full field or getting a full field, which is good.
Yeah,
it's Divine Shields, taunts, to protect your life if you need to. It's all there. It's all there.
Yeah.
And obviously, once it's in your hand, you're still the one deciding when you're playing it. So it's not like you have to draw it and you have to play it or anything like that.
No. Yeah, giving all your minions a Divine Shield. Pretty good.
It's pretty crazy. I think that's probably the best one out of that.
Yeah, because then you get value trades for days and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, good card. Do like it.
Legendary.
The legendary.
Ooh, the Trollden videos to come.
Yeah, Lanessa Sun Sorrow, 7 for a 1/1 battle cry. Cast each spell you've cast on your minions this game on this one. So your Spirit Steeds, your Blessing of Kings, your Blessing of Might, your Blessing of Wisdom,
your Adapts,
anything like that. So there are a few questions about this card, obviously. How would it... the one question was if you played Dark Conviction in the game. Basically, play Dark Conviction, do not play this card. Because as we saw in the reveal stream, the spells come on in the order you played them. And I don't know how the Adapt effect would work. Because only a theory that you'll get the same adapt as the adapt you gave, but I just personally the adapt will just fizzle out.
I'm not sure. I don't think it'll fizzle. You'll either get the effect or you'll get to choose. I think because it plays it one at a time, you might actually have a choice.
That'd be kind of sick. Yeah, it'd be interesting, but I don't.
Because if you do, and you've got played 2 adapts, oh my god, double adapt, and the rest of it.
Yeah, and this is why it's going to be a silence heavy meta. But if you could, even if you don't just spam like a load of these buffs on it, if you just play this inner control paladin that just plays a Spirit Steed and a Blessing and a Blessing of Kings, because they normally run 1. That'll do for 7 mana.
2 Spirit Steeds. Oh my god! You got a 5/13 that when it dies summons 2 6/6s for 7 mana.
Yeah.
Value.
It's
not going to be too hard to get value out of it. It's just it is a silence fodder.
Yeah. I think the card's pretty good.
Not to mention the most horrific mind control.
Yeah, and it's also pretty good in Quest Paladin, but but then I use good and Quest Paladin in the same sentence. So, moving on to the epics, we have Level Up. Give yourself on recruits +2/+2 and taunts. My initial reaction to this is unnecessary, because I don't think a Silverhand Recruit deck as of right now, obviously the set's not out yet so we don't know, but I think of right now doesn't work in standard,
but it
works in wild, and wild you've got Quartermaster, which I think is just better.
Yeah, but why not both? That's what I'm saying. I think some cards they have made specifically for wild.
Oh yeah,
they've made a Mech. They've made a Mech.
Yeah, there will be cards just.
So level up. I mean, another Silverhand Recruit card. Cool.
Yeah.
Have fun, Wild. Hope you enjoy it. I don't play it. I play standard personally.
Yeah. And then recruit 3 minions that cost 2 or less. I do like the card.
It's
I really do.
Really, really good card.
A really, really good card.
You get to dictate what those 2 costs are in your deck.
Yeah.
Does it? If you have 2 copies of the same minion, does it pick 3 different minions, or would it pick 2 of the same minion? I suppose it doesn't matter which.
It would just pick 2 of the same minion.
So,
yeah.
Like for instance, a Keleseth, you play Keleseth, and then suddenly you're pulling out minions that are 2 cost out your deck. We even had Crip who was saying that could be to potentially, what's it called?
Pretty good. That's what Crip likes saying about everything.
2 for a 4/4 when you play Millhouse Manastorm. It could be Millhouse Manastorm. You could potentially be pulling a 5/5 out your deck.
Yep.
As one of those 2 drops.
Yep.
After getting boosted by Keleseth. So
Call to Arms is good. I think Level Up could be pretty good. Depending.
You can have 2 of them in your deck as well. So I feel like the rush deck of the century is now going to be, unfortunately, your class.
Yeah. Hey, what you tell me? You're saying unfortunately that my class might be good for an expansion.
No, yeah, but you hate Rush.
I'm not the biggest fan of Rush. But saying that, I did play the Silver Recruit deck in Wild, and it's so much fun. Moving on to actually talking about a Silver Recruit deck in Standard. Crystal Lion, 6 for a 5/5 Divine Shield, costs 1 less for each of your Silver Recruits you control. It's okay. I just feel that the cards you want to play when you have Silver Recruits, you want to buff them. You just want to play either in Wild, you want to play a Quartermaster or a Level Up, or you want to play the Thrasher Stegodon to adapt them all, or something like that. This is pretty good. I think this card would be insane in every Paladin ever if it was like a thing from below for Silver Recruits. But I don't think it would be too overpowered, because Paladin isn't that overpowered, if you see what I mean.
I think because Keleseth and things are probably going to see a lot of rise in Paladin, and Paladins do have way of buffing minions.
Yeah.
I think the minute it starts getting over 5 attack and 5 health, because you look at Divine Shield minions, you look at like 3/1s with Divine Shield, 2/2s with Divine Shield. You can get Taunters with Divine Shield, but then like, you end up being like 4/5s. So getting a 6 cost 5/5 Divine Shield minion is okay. It's not great, it's not amazing, it's alright, but the minute it starts getting buffed, the minute it starts becoming a 6/6, 7/7, 8/8 that could be discounted, it's one of those where it can start swinging both ways.
Yeah.
If it starts getting stronger and starts getting cheaper, that's when if you're able to do that consistently, I think it will see play. If not, then unfortunately it's going to be resigned to Wild.
Yeah. Talking about quickly, we'll talk about Keleseth in Paladin. I know it's been played in the Handbuff Paladin, and that's probably the only Keleseth Paladin deck I like, purely because I can't personally see a time when I'd play Paladin without quality. Because I just feel the card's just too necessary in most games.
Sure, but like I said, it's just more the case of recruiting minions and
yeah.
But then again, if you're recruiting minions that are 2 cost, you wouldn't be able to play Keleseth. What the fuck am I talking about?
Oh yeah, Herpaderp.
Herpaderp.
Okay, so up next we have Benevolent Djinn, which is a 3 for a 2/4 at the end of turn. Heal 3 for your hero, which is the one that goes with the Spellstone. Which is pretty good. It's okay if he takes damage early on.
A tempo style deck. It's got good stats.
Yeah, it's
elemental, so there's always possibilities there.
And then you got this 2 for a 1/1 out of 3 Silver Recruits to your hand. Meh. You don't want them in your hand. You don't want. Again, you can buff them, but you can hand buff good minions too. I just think
you just can't. No.
You don't want them in your hand.
No,
I'm sorry, you just don't. But I do like the Benevolent Djinn. Speaking of the legendary as well, this is another one that's really good. The Potion of Heroism. Give a minion Divine Shield, draw a card. Is really good. That's really good. It's pretty much, you don't play the 1 cost give a minion Divine Shield, but you play this one because it cycles a card as well. I just really like it. I think it's really good.
Yeah, potentials are good. So I guess we're going to skip to the Paladin weapon.
Paladin legendary weapon, which I completely misread, you know. We have Valenar. We have a 6 for a 4/2 weapon with a death rattle. Give a minion in your hand +4/+2. When it dies, re-equip this. Now, I read it as give a minion you control +4/+2, and I didn't think it was that good. But in your hand, yeah, I quite like it. It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good.
Because you can give it to a minion that you really want them to kill.
Well,
And Paladin have plenty of those.
Yeah. Or you just give them to like a minion. Yeah, I just really, really like it. Really, really like it.
It's like... It just kind of rams home the whole silence thing, because there is going to be so much silence. There has to be, because you're getting death rattles from druids, you're getting death rattles from hunters, you're getting massive minions with all these different effects. You got the paladin card that gets buffed to the point of no tomorrow. Silence has to exist for people,
the love of God,
for people to survive. Silence just has to be there. It's a good thing it's there. It's gonna poop on a lot of parties. It's gonna piss on a lot of chips. It's very necessary, I feel, but it sucks. But yeah, silence does kind of piss on this, I think.
Yeah. So I think I agree. Silence does piss on it. I think it's good with that. That this is the card I was talking about when I was saying about that 5 for a 1/1. Turn a friendly minion into an elemental. If you buff it with this, you at least got a good minion that turned another minion into a good minion, and then you've got something. But
well, it's the fact it re-equips as well. It doesn't send the weapon back to your hand. So the whole buff thing, the buff thing's cool if that's the way you want to go to try and like kill them down and hit them with like big stuff.
Yeah.
But the fact it's giving the minion the effects, there's no reason there can't be like a carnivorous ooze thing going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you're summoning the minion, carnivorous ooze, and getting the weapon back. You know what I mean? And then the carnivorous ooze summons 2 other things. You know, cube. Sorry, not ooze.
I'll be crafting this. I'll be crafting this.
Pete does love paladin.
I do.
Right. I think we're just going to take another 3-minute break, and then we're going to finish off with the last. Is it 2 we got left?
Yeah, we got priest. No, we got priest, chamois, rogue, warrior.
Okay, so we've done 5 out of the 9. So I think this is a good place just to take another quick 5-minute break.
I believe you are right.
Yeah.
See you in 5.
See you in 5. Hey everybody, we're back soon. Don't worry, we're not gonna be long. I'm gonna be back, I swear. We're just doing stuff. Being people. Oh, that's not the one I want. Oh, there we go. Going back soon. He's just going for Wiz, now I'm going for Wiz. We'll be back.
Hey everybody. Well, I'm back. Toilet breaks and all. Oh my god. Alright. We're gonna carry this on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to the rest of these classes.
What's up, bro?
Because I need to go to bed at some point in my life.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a while.
Let's go to the video so I can see if I can see myself.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going into Priest. Lesser Diamond Spellstone. Resurrect 2 different friendly minions, cast 4 spells to upgrade. And then you get 3 different minions, cast 4, and then you get 4 friendly minions.
You gotta look at it as an entirety. It's random, so you know you're not picking what you're getting. So seven for discovering 2. You're sacrificing 1 mana to get 2 Eternal Servitude. Obviously, you're gonna make your deck based on. It's a big priest card.
Yeah, 100%.
Which makes this really good, I think. Because
4 spells though.
4 spells sounds like a lot, but it's priest, and if you're playing big priest, especially with all your field wipes and all your big stuff, you're not going to be playing them. So if you think about it, there's like a 3 mana discount on a Kazaka spell that gets back 3 minions, except it gets back 4. So you're getting a 3 discount and you're getting 4. Yeah. And by the time you play this, you probably play that many spells. You can run 2 of them in your deck. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel. Yeah, okay, it's another thing.
I think the cards are really good. I do think the cards are really good. I just think 4 spells might be a bit much.
It's going to have to find balance to it. Maybe it's going to be running 1 of them rather than 2, but like in its entirety, I think it's good. All the different things, because you can play it whenever you need to, rather than just having it sit there. You want to get full, obviously, value out of it, but getting back 2 minions if you're playing a big priest is big. Getting back 3 is incredible. Getting back 4 is ridiculous.
Insane. Great card. I look forward to playing it in Big Priest. Unidentified Elixir. Give a minion +2/+2, gains a bonus effect in your hand. Now I've forgotten what these are, so I'm going to just go through them. Give a minion +2/+2 with Death Row, return a minion to your hand. Give the minion +2/+2 and Lifesteal, +2/+2 Divine Shield, +2/+2 summon a 1/1 copy of it. Okay, so they are.
Scroll down a little bit. Down. There.
So they are your 4 options.
So you don't know what it's going to be until it's in your hand.
Yeah.
Give it only +2/+2 and Death Rat Opportunity to your hand for 3 mana. Pretty good. Give him ++2 and +2 and Lifesteal.
Alright.
Pretty good.
I think Lifesteal and Divine Shield just don't really fit in Priest.
Not really, no.
It's weird to say Lifesteal doesn't work in Priest, but they don't need Lifesteal on minions.
Yeah, but it's +2/+2, so the bonus is good.
Yeah. +2/+2 and a copy of it's cool, and returning to your hand depending on what the minion is. I suppose they're all good in their own right if you're playing this, but
because the 2 mana is getting the +2/+2, and the extra effects. Usually, you get an extra effect on other cards you see in other classes. But the extra effect has to be justified in 1 mana. Giving it Lifesteal, is it worth 1 mana? Probably. Is summoning a 1/1 copy of it for 1 mana? Yes. Divine Shield? Oh, absolutely. Divine Shield is really good. The Death Rattle, turn it to your hand. Yes, I mean, I suppose so. I mean, it's like a Barnes rerun. You can rerun Barnes and things like that if you're doing it that way. But it's not as...
I don't know whether you're playing this card.
Not necessarily in Big Priest. It could work...
Yeah, in like a...
I feel if people are playing it, there's going to be maybe one copy. I'm not sure if it's going to get two or anything like that. There's not a lot of...
Maybe if you're playing like the old version of Resurrect Priest with the Onyx Bishops and imagine putting like the Death Rattle returns on Onyx Bishop that brings back an Injured Blade Master, and you're playing like like with Shadow Ascendant, maybe like a tempo-ish priest that would benefit from the buff. I think in a tempo-ish priest, all these buffs are good.
It just doesn't feel like
but I don't.
Priest.
It's not a priest card in my opinion. One, like I say, Divine Shield in priest, that's never happened. Direct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that's ever happened.
Not really, no. They've had generic minions, but they've never had a Divine Shield kind of mechanic.
No. So we're moving on. We're going to move on to the legendary. No. You know what's coming. One of the most bonkers effects in Hearthstone. Tempros. Battle Cry. Your opponent takes 2 turns. Then you take 2 turns. 7 for a 6/6 dragon. Like, my only reaction to this, one of the most bonkers cards ever in Hearthstone. You basically set up to win when you play it, because you only play it when you're not going to play when your opponent's got 5 minions and 10 cards in their hand. You're only going to play it when they haven't got a lot, and that's if you're playing it at all.
Okay, so for me, this card can be versatile. Now, you wouldn't play it necessarily against combo decks.
Nope. I wouldn't play against Rogue ever.
Definitely wouldn't play against Mage. You'd play it when your opponent has a fairly small hand, generally speaking. So basically, whatever they do, they can't really do anything in 2 turns, because what you're going to do is going to be way better. I think this could work. You could play it against decks that don't really do a lot, like for instance Warriors with big hands is actually not that threatening. They tend not to do a lot in 2 turns. So it's interesting. There are possibilities there.
It's such an interesting card, such an interesting effect. Like, as soon as literally, because obviously this is when you come around like fake card season. As soon as I saw that, I was like, nah, it's fake. Went to Harpoon, saw it, I was like, oh my god, this card's real.
It's hard to know. It's hard to know. I can't make a decision on it until people start trying it with different things.
It works. It's an OTK priest in a respect.
Timing is everything when you're playing this card.
But is this better than Razakis Valen Mind Blast? Don't know. You can only tell.
Only time will tell. It might be a flop. It might be a winner. Who knows?
Okay. Now we're getting some interesting cards here. So, Psychic Scream.
Another fucking field wipe.
Another card I kind of misread as well, because it's all minions in your opponent's deck. So even your minions. So basically, you fill your field with Gibber Ribbers. Then you Psychic Scream them all into your opponent's deck.
Why would you give your opponent
Gibber Ribber
loads of really like the best card in the game?
I don't know. Why not? It's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the card in general. Shuffling into your opponent's deck, if you're playing like a deck that wants to kill your opponent with Tempros, for instance, because all you're doing right now is stalling. Yeah, the cards are coming back.
Allow me to shed some light on this card. Okay, I want you to think of it this way, right? Everyone took the 6 cost that shuffles one of your Entomb.
Fantastic card.
Entomb. It shuffles into your deck, but it removes the threat. It gets rid of the threat and puts it on your thing. It doesn't. It's targeted, so you won't be able to actually reactivate it on something. This, for 1 mana more, could potentially deal with the whole freaking field. It just goes into your opponent's deck instead of your own. It doesn't go into the hand, so it's not vanish.
No.
It literally removes the cards, which means they'd have to draw them all out. Say your opponent's got a big field. Say they've got Jades.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just picks them up, throws them in the thing. Doesn't matter if they can't be targeted. Doesn't matter,
they
or
just
anything like that.
They can't be destroyed. Whatever that just gets
death rattles are thrown out the window. If it's the chest, oh my god. The possibilities are freaking. I think it is a good card.
I think it's good. I'm on the fence in where you play it. Really, in Razaka's Priest, okay, yes. It is another out to Jades, yes, because Anduin comes down, blows up Jades, they make Jade, you put them all back in the deck, and then they're probably not going to be catching up from there.
Yeah.
Twilight Acolyte is probably one of my favourite cards in the whole set. 3 for a 2/4 Battlecry. If you're holding a dragon, swap this minion's attack with another one. I cannot wait to do this to his darkness. But again, it's just... I didn't even think of the implications of it having 2 attack. So you could, like I say, you could literally give their Lich King 2 attack and Cabal Shadow Priest it. You could Shadow it, Horror it. You could Shadow it, Pain it. You get a really good minion for 3, and then you can just... There's so many ways of them to be Potion of Madness their minion. It's just like so good,
Shadow Madness,
so good.
Shadow Madness, it's got that effect, so you can Kodo if you really wanted to. So that's another option there. If you, for instance, you're playing a Kazaka's Priest, and so you're only playing 1 Shadow Word of Pain or something, for instance, you can shove a random Kodo in there to tech out. To combo. The possibilities are freaking endless. Not to mention, obviously, having the 3 for potential, because if you're changing someone else's minion, but obviously in theory you're doing it with a 5 or higher attack minion, and you're summoning a 6/4 or an 8/4 or even a 10 or 12/4 potentially, or 24 like he likes to point out, for 3 mana. So
really good.
Yeah, good.
Really good.
Really strong.
I just imagine someone in the Blizzard design team looked at Vol'jin and thought, "This is shite. We need to make Vol'jin a bit better. Let's do this."
Hey, Vol'jin had their run. I think Vol'jin did all right.
I think Vol'jin did all right in its time. This is just so much better.
Moving on.
Moving on to Duskbreaker. What a card. What a card.
So
if you're holding a dragon, do 3 damage to all other minions.
So what have Priest got in terms of AoE? Let's have a think. They've got 2 costs with Spirit Lash and Embrace the Darkness with Circle of Healing.
Yep.
They've got 4 costs with Duskbreaker and Shadow Priestess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Shadow Circles. You're not with this card existing in Dragon Priest. No one's playing Organized Circle. They'll play Embrace Circle, yes.
And also Shadow Word of Horror. They have 5 drops with Shadow Word of Horror and Pint-Sized Potion.
And Holy Nova.
Holy Nova. They have 6 costs with
Dragonfire
Potion. They have 7 costs with Psychic Scream. They have 8 costs with Anduin. Sheer control from Paladin is freaking crazy.
Yeah. It's just... And it's more... And again, one I like about this is it's an early game wipe for Dragon Priest. It is the best, one of the best dragons that's ever printed. It's such a good card. It's so simple as well. It's just ridiculous.
Dragon Priest is going to be freaking strong. It's going to be really freaking strong, because in a world where
Historian,
in a world where everything's turning death rattle, dragons maintain the battle cries. The battle cries are always going to beat death rattles, generally speaking, just because of the more immediate effects and versatility and being able to choose when and where you're doing stuff, rather than giving your opponent the option to do those effects for you. So it's scary, but I think we'll get through it, people.
It's a meta-defining card. I really feel sorry for these hunters that are just trying to spam 3/3 wolves, and they're just gonna get mullered by Priest. But we'll see.
Or completely butt raped by a mage.
Yeah, there's just so many things. Okay, so Twilight's Call. So do you feel like reinventing and make the awake the makers?
Summon 1/1 copies of 2 friendly death metal minions that died this game. How do we feel about that?
It adds 2 to your quest, depending on what you're playing. what death rattles you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Could be alright. Could be pretty good. I think it's an instant add to the quest deck.
Yeah.
So I think it's good. I like that they're trying to support the quest deck.
A big priest could potentially be quite big with this.
Yeah.
Well, depending on what you're doing.
Obsidian statues, yeah.
Yeah, obsidian statues. And there's, there's a little bit.
Deathwing Dragon Lord.
Because you're going to be Khan there too, and things like that.
Khan's not played in Big Priest.
Yeah, but you could do like alternative versions. That's the thing. There's lots of the.
Khan's played in the Quest Priest. I mean, my God.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's going to be options. There's going to be a lot of changes to what we know.
Yeah.
There's going to be lots of different meta changes, and there's going to be all sorts of things going on. And Twilight's Call fits in there quite nicely.
Yeah.
There's enough going on there that you can make it work. So yeah, I like it. I think it's good.
Yeah, really good card. Okay, moving on, we have
the commons.
Yeah, Guild Gargoyle, 3 for a 2/2 death rattle. Add a coin to your hand. So it's a death rattle minion for priest. It's another thing for the quest. That's about as far as I've got with it.
Okay, so there's a few things I want to kind of think about with this card, because first of all, okay, priests do not have anything in terms of buffing their mana.
Nope.
So
it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice to get a coin.
Good.
Yeah.
You can bring it back, so suddenly you're able, rather than burgling bully, to get your Anduin Kazaka's fucking deck going.
Ridiculous things.
Now you can create your own. You can create your own coins to fodder out those hero powers that everybody cries about.
Yay!
So I think it is good. I think it will work. I think it will get used. I think it will get abused. I think you have to abuse this card if you're going to use it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it will absolutely see play.
Speaking of coins, the next card is a better mind vision because it can't steal the coin.
Copy a spell in your opponent's deck and add it to your hand. How do we feel about that?
It'll definitely piss on the expensive mage's chips. I think it's okay. I don't know where you're putting it. I don't know what priest you're playing it in. A Steal Your Ship Priest, of course. It's a steel card. You'll love it.
Steal Your Ship Priest is like one of my favorite decks to make.
It's brilliant. It's
Plus,
so
when the meta's still busy getting defined, I usually make it at the beginning of the meta every single time when I still haven't decided what I want to use, so I can just steal everyone else's crap and use it for them.
Yeah. But I think it's a pretty cheap spell to go with the priest's legendary weapon, the Dragon Soul. The first legendary weapon we saw, so I guess everyone would have seen this one by now. 3 for 0/3 after you cast 3 spells this turn. Summon a 5/5 dragon. It's pretty good. I think it's one of those. It's not just one dragon. So if you can just keep going off, machine gun them with Anduin, they just keep making an army of dragons. It's just. I think it's all right.
You can try and do it early game, or you can wait until the late game when you know you're going to be getting more value out of it. So it's versatile in that regard, but unfortunately, priests don't have a lot of weapons. So considering their will guaranteed to be floating weapon destruction pretty much in all decks teched in somewhere, that's pretty much purely going to get used for this weapon when it happens.
Yeah.
So people are going to be waiting with their hands in it. So I think it's hard to know how to use it until people start developing their play size.
So basically, watch Brian Kibler, and if he uses it well, then copy his deck list.
No. I just mean more the case of how it's not so much how you're playing it; it's how everyone else is playing it. It's like, for instance, if they're using a lot of weapon removal, then playing it early and tempering it out might be the best call rather than waiting until you have. Or you could wait until you have lots of spells just to try and get as many out in one turn, getting 2 out in one turn. So it's more a case of, I think, tempoing it out might be a good shout against decks that's probably almost definitely running a couple weapon removal.
Yeah.
Just to try and get it going early. But yeah, it's interesting just to see how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, on to Rogue. So before we talk about the Spellstone, I have to say that I've kind of warmed to this a bit because I was gonna rinse this Spellstone, just like it's a pile of shit, don't like it, don't care about it, but it is pretty good. Because 5, I think my gripe with this one is the initial one cost 5. 5 to destroy 1 random enemy minion, then you play 3 death rattles to upgrade, then you destroy 2, and then but 5 to destroy 3 is pretty good. But I just don't see a Death Rattle Rogue being the way Rogue is played in this expansion.
Potentially.
That's just it's just an opinion. I don't see Death Rattle being the way forward for Rogue.
No, I see what you mean. It's just tricky. It's hard to know. But if you do a Death Rattle version, I mean, the minute you get past one, the first one is okay. If they got 1 minion, you're guaranteed.
You assassinate for 5 mana though.
Exactly.
You guarantee the kill.
Exactly. But if you are running Death Rattles, then suddenly you upgrade it. And like I said, it's a transferable thing, so it's not like you have to play them all in one turn.
Yeah.
So it's 6 Death Rattles in total that you're running deck potentially for this. And if you get up to 2, then you're doing 2 random enemies, so you're doing 5 mana for 2 deadly shots, and then 5 for 3, which is pretty much a field wipe.
Yeah, that's good. Don't worry, the greater one is good. I just think that would you just still in a Death Rattle deck? Would you still run just a Bar Spy and Slayer and then other rogue removal cards? We'll see. We'll see what they want to do with it. Because again, I suppose the way to get it going in a good way, if you prep the first one, then it's better because the other ones are good. The other ones are worth the 5 mana, and if you could prep them, then even better. But I think it's the initial 5 mana for the first one.
Well, that's the thing as well, because you can prep it, and it becomes a 2-cost spell, which makes it ridiculously good then. Moving on to the legendary.
Yeah, Sonya Shadow Dancer. Now this is when I was saying that I can't even think of the name of it now. The one that gets a golden copy of minions in your hand. I thought that'd be in Tempo Rogue. This is pretty sweet. Like after a friendly minion dies, get a 1/1 copy over to your hand. It costs 1.
You're the one who's deciding when that happens.
Yeah.
Really.
So it's when you're trading in your Vile Spine Slayers, it's when you're trading in your SI Agents, it's when you're trading in even your Pirates and your Prince Kaliseth even. You know, it's really good. I really like the card. Really, really like the card.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy, Jesus.
And the thing is as well, not to forget, if you play Valera, you could summon 2 of these buggers. You could have an empty hand and go to having a full hand again.
Yep. Do you feel like playing some 1/1 Shakus and just
I feel like playing 1/1 everything.
Just 1/1 Shakus. It's definitely better than Shadowcaster. The Epics.
And
2 very good cards coming up here.
We'll start with the Spider.
100%.
Faldor, I shuffle 3 ambushes into your deck. When drawing, you summon the Spider. Obviously, you compare this to Ambush, which would shuffle into your opponent's deck. If it's in your deck, you have a little bit more control when that happens. Because Miracle Rogue, always been a thing. And if Miracle Rogue is still a thing after this, then this thing will definitely be in it.
Miracle Rogue is more of a thing now because of one of the common secrets.
Yeah, but the last meta, I mean, before, like, you go back a year ago, Miracle Rogue was top of the bloody league. Everything was Miracle Rogue was crazy. This thing, oh my god, suddenly you're benefited from drawing in Rogue?
When you've got Gadgetzan Auctioneer and a bunch of cheap spells.
Evil.
Really good.
Evil.
Really good. And it's another deck that was struggling for 4 cost.
And
the 4 cost slot.
And we have confirmed, because I did a bit of research into this, yes, it looks just like the other ambushes. You draw it, it summons it straight away, you draw another card.
Yes.
So you could potentially, on one draw, summon just all of them, or just in one turn anyway, because of the way you're going. And they're 4-attack minions, so priests struggle with them and stuff. And they're 4-attack minions, so other than Flame Strike and Dragonfire Potion, you're going to struggle to get rid of these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, good card.
Yeah. Evasion. So rogues have secrets, which is amazing, which should have been a thing from the start. But
and one more thing. I'm really sorry, but Shadow Step as well. So you're bouncing it back to your hand and throwing it more into your deck and stuff.
Yeah.
So you couldn't do that with Ambush.
No, and there's also Shadow Step. There's Cheat Death. There's the Legendary. Like it's just imagine just trading this, getting a 1/1 copy of this to your hand, playing it, putting 3/4.
This is gonna get abused to shit. Like you're gonna be swimming spiders for days. Every turn, just loads of spiders.
So evasion, secrets for rogue. After your hero takes damage, becomes immune this turn. So it's like an ice block. I don't think it's as good as ice block, but I think for rogue, it's really good. I think they've got 3 secrets, and I think all 3 are really good in their own right, and they work differently to each other to the point you've got to play around each of them. So I mean, so it's I think just really good, and I'm so happy.
And it's cheaper than Ice Block too.
Yeah, there was actually
a rogue that can discount it.
When they revealed the rogue secrets, they did say that their plan in the beta was to have rogue secrets. They had rogue secrets designed in the beta, and they felt like there was too much stuff going on in rogue. They had too many different cards going on in rogue, so they gave secrets to paladin and stuff, which then gave us secret paladin, and then fuck you, Blizzard.
Thank you, Blizzard. I enjoyed secret paladin.
Actually, well, I just like played the exact same deck as you, and it just didn't never work for me. Like, I played the exact same build, and I could like not rank up with that thing. Okay, so we have Cobalt Illusionist. Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 copy of a minion from your hand. If you're playing the Death Rattle deck, then okay. Then you're playing the Spellstone, okay, it's cool. Because then you can also play it with the other one as well, the Elven, because he draws your Death Rattle minions. I think he's pretty cool too. Again, that's a different direction they're different directions to play Rogue in this set.
They've always given Rogue a lot of 4-drops. I've never understood that.
Yeah, and normally they play none of them. They're playing one now. It's up there. It's an epic one, but they never. Yeah, they've played a lot of 4s. I think maybe the 4 I remember, it's South Sea Squidface. That's the only 4 I can think.
I feel the stats on Elven Minstrel. I mean, they're drawing two minions from your deck. If it was a spell, yes, you probably play it. The fact that there's a combo effect on a 3/2, I don't know. I don't know.
No.
I feel this is a card that's going to probably get ranked low, and looking at it, it looks low. But I feel it's probably going to get. I think it's going to get a lot of play. Just because it does draw stuff out the deck. If it draws minions, which means you've got spells left in the deck. If you've got spells left in the deck, then Miracle Rogue goes nuts.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's tricky.
Really good, really good. Okay, so I'm going to cover both secrets first here, okay? I want to talk about the secrets, because this is a good way to go into the weapon. So, we have got Cheat Death. 2 cost, it's a Shadow Step secret. When a friendly minion dies, turn into your hand, it costs 2 less.
Really good.
Really good. Really good.
It's exactly where Rogue needs to be.
Yeah. Well, as this was Firebat, obviously Firebat being the 2014 World Champion, he played Miracle Rogue when it was in it with the cheaper Leroy and cheaper Gadgetzan, and he played like the really sick version of Miracle Rogue, and he said, you know, you play this card on turn 5, you play Gadgetzan on turn 6, they kill it, you got a 4-cost Gadgetzan, they're dead. They're more than likely you're just going to draw so many cards, and again, it's a different secret to play around than Evasion, which is then also...
Whoa. Before we move on, because like, I'd like to just take a moment to compare this to what's the Paladin secret?
Getaway Kodo.
Getaway Kodo. So Getaway Kodo is a 1-cost secret that when a minion dies, return it to your hand, right?
It doesn't reduce its cost.
It doesn't reduce its cost. So that's a 1-cost. Which doesn't have the added effect, but this is a 2-cost, which reduces the cost of the card going back to your hand by 2. So this is actually technically a 1-mana more efficient card than the Paladin secret, which isn't really used, but it's only not used because of Scientologist. I feel secrets are but Scientologist has almost ruined the secret aspect of Paladin, in the sense that people don't really run them because Scientologist gets them.
Yeah, the hydrologist is there to draw them, and then you have to play
if hydrologist wasn't there, you probably would see more use of the secrets. And Getaway Kodo is probably one of the best secrets, I'd say, of the Paladin class. Rogues have got it, and now Rogues have got a better version. So yes, I think this will get used.
Really, really good. And then you've got another secret which is very different in the same respect, which is Sudden Betrayal, which is when a minion attacks a hero, instead attacks one of its neighbours. So it forces your opponent positioning differently, they position their minions properly, because they don't want to kill your guy in case it's cheat death. They go your hero, if they go your face, they can make you immune for the turn, or they could get one of their minions attacked instead.
And it doesn't go off if they don't have any neighbours, so they could get surprised by it quite easily.
Yeah. 3 very good secrets, and I'm looking forward to playing some Secret Rogue. Or Secret Rogue, just...
Secret Rogue.
Secret Rogue.
Whoever would have thought.
And we have Cavern Shiny Finder, 2 for a 3/1.
Great stats.
Draw a weapon from your deck. really, really good. Such a good card when you have this Kingsbane. My favorite legendary weapon by a country mile. Even though it's probably, even if it turns out not to be that good, I just love the card in general. 1 for a 1/3 death rattle. Shuffle this card into deck. It keeps any enchantment. So what that means is it keeps the deadly poison buffs, it keeps the lifesteal buffs, it keeps the poisonous buffs.
Does it keep buffs from minions?
Don't know, because I don't know if that counts as an enchantment. I think it'd be spells cast on it. Then you've got the...
we have to... We'll find out. We will find out.
I think the way it says enchantments, I think it's spells cast on it.
Say, for instance, it's not, and it's just spells, then you're talking 2 deadly poisons. You're talking lifesteal and poisonous. So 2 deadly poisons would send it up to 5 attack.
5 attack, yep. So it's a 5/3 lifesteal.
Poisonous.
Yeah, so it's
for
ever
1 cost.
Yeah. That goes back into your deck and you can play that minion to draw it. And even if you want, you can play that combo minion to draw your minion that draws you the weapon.
And you could play it with Valera, so you could play it and then play another one of it, potentially, if it copies the exact version, to send it back into your deck, so you got 2 in the things that keeps...
So you got 2 going at once.
And so, you know, you're not going to be fatiguing either. So, you know, this weapon is ridiculously dynamic. It's exciting. It's probably one of the most exciting decks me and him are excited about.
I love
definitely
one
of the first cards we're going to be crafting, I think.
Yeah, I'll craft this in before the paladin weapon if I don't.
I'll craft this before the set comes out.
This man's got connections. Okay, we've still got. Okay, who have we got? We've still got 3 left. We've got Shaman, we've got Warlock, we've got Warrior.
Okay.
So we've got Lesser Sapphire Spellstone. 7 cost for Shaman. Summon a copy of a friendly minion. Overload 3 mana crystals to upgrade. Then you summon 2, and then you summon 3.
Okay.
I'm on the wrong page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we are. It's 7 mana.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's 7 mana. After
7.
overloading.
Yeah, so you have to overload. So then you couldn't even in an ideal world, you getting this quickly, you couldn't play it straight away.
No.
And then you wouldn't want to play it that quickly because you want to get back good minions. You know what I mean? Like summon copies. I don't know.
And you can only summon copies of a minion that's already on the field. I think it's a little bit garbage. There'll be trolled in videos.
I think it's pretty garbage. Yeah.
There will be trolled in videos. It's just if it was summon 3 copies of a friendly minion in a deck,
that'd be sweet. It'd be really good.
That'd be ridiculous. It'd be broken. It'd be really cool. But
the thing, Shamans.
I feel that might have been the case. I think they might have saved. I think when they made this, they said summon 3 copies of a minion in your deck. Then they realized Malagos was a thing, and then just changed it last minute. And this is the crap trash we ended up with.
Yeah.
That's what I feel about it.
I mean, I just think Shamans need I don't know. All they really need, I think, is a good legendary. Oh my God! Look at this thing. Grumble World Shaker, 6 for a 7/7 battle cry. Elemental, return your other minions to your hand. They cost 1.
Battle cries for days.
Bonkers.
And there's something else with Shamans as well about battle cry. So battle cry Shaman is very much going to be a thing.
Even like the bad elemental ones, as someone like the 2 Taunters is pretty good for 1 cost. Calamos, Servant of Calamos.
Yeah, but that's
these cards.
That's the thing, because you're only
Blaze Caller. It's just like
this is what I'm saying. You're only pinning it down to elementals because it says elemental on it. Yeah. But the thing is, it's not.
There's so many.
But that's what I mean. The potential for this card is huge, just because it's not just completely limited to elementals. It's any battle cries. You think about all the decent ones. You can take the best ones out of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then suddenly, wow, you've got 1 cost versions of all this shit. It's amazing.
It's such a good card. Absolutely love it. Like
you could even have Deathwing in the deck, for instance, and then that's left in your deck somehow. So and then you return it to your hand, and then you've got a 1 cost Deathwing in your hand.
Yep.
Ridiculous. There's the potential's huge.
Shaman Epics, 2 really cool cards. So first we have Windshear Stormcaller, 5 for a 5/5 battle cry. If you control all 4 basic totems, summon Alakir the Windlord. Alakir the Windlord is from the classic set, which has Divine Shield, Wind Fury, Charge, and Taunt.
Johnny Keyword.
Yeah, pretty much. Captain Keyword, as I call him. So if you have all 4 basic totems, you summon Alakia. I think it's pretty cool. I just think, whether it's going to be good, I don't know. I'm still going to try and play it. It's fun.
Totems are going to... I mean, there's those ways to summon totems, as we'll see.
Totem deck's fun.
Now, this is a controversial card and a half. Unstable Evolution. Transform a friendly minion into one that costs 1 more, repeatable this turn. And when it says repeatable, that can be for the entire mana that you have in your pool.
Yeah.
So you could play it... If you've got 10 mana, you can play this card 10 times.
Yeah.
You can literally tweak your field to whatever you need it to be. Do it on one card until it gets to wherever you want it to be, and then bang on the others.
So you can play a Snow Flipper Penguin and turn him into a Deathwing.
Yeah. As opposed to this against Evolution, for instance, if you're on a turn 8, you can play turn 8 you play Doppelgangsters and evolve them all individually, or you could play it on turn 10, evolve them all individually like you do with Evolution, and then tweak the other 2s up a level if they're not quite good and you didn't land on what you want. To be fair, this is exactly what they needed to counter the whole
terrible cards.
Terrible statted cards that they've got coming in this in this set.
And of course there is the trolling videos that come, and I'm sure it's going to happen to one of us playing this card, is you turn your 1 cost into a Sorcerer's Apprentice or a Radiant Elemental, and you pretty much win the game. Because you've got infinite evolution.
Infinite evolution.
Like
infinite evolution.
You can literally just keep turning things. So basically, you keep evolving till you see charge, you attack. You keep evolving till you see charge, you attack. The only way this stops you is the rope. You need to get a Sorcerer's Apprentice and have a stable internet connection, and you win the game.
And we've seen the animation. It's cool, but it's not slow. It's not slow.
No.
So you can just get this done.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like I think it's brilliant. I really do. It's really good. Okay, so rares. Are we just gonna skip over this one a second? Let's talk about Murmuring Elemental.
Murmuring Elemental. This plays into the whole battle cry thing I was talking about. Your next battle cry this turn triggers twice.
Rip Bran, but
it's Bran in a hurry. It's cheaper than Bran.
Yep.
And let's face it, you normally only get 1 use of Bran when you do it.
Yeah. What I liked about Bran is you could just play him with no battle cries in your hand, and they would just go gung ho, kill it. Brilliant, love it. Miss Bran. But yeah, I think the card's brilliant. I think Bran was 2 OP. This is 1 turn, but that sometimes is all you need. You need 1 battle cry and just away you go. Brilliant.
Unfortunately, it doesn't stack because it'd be quite cool to play one after the other.
It would be, yeah, but no, go away. Primal Talisman, I'm kind of against, really. I don't get when you're having time to play this.
And by the way, I just want to say as well, you could summon this Battle Cry, return all the other minions.
Yeah.
I'd be very interested to know if you activate the Battle Cry twice, if we return this to the hand.
Be interesting. That'd be insane. So the Primal Talismans, I'm just I consider it like the Druid one, that when when something dies you get 2/2 tree, and it's, I don't know, the card's okay, and if you are going full on totem to summon Alakia, you probably are playing one of this card, but I'm just a bit.
It's hard to know.
Yeah, I'm a bit.
Eventually, Shaman are going to get enough for totems that something's going to give. And
basically, something for totems, that something's going to happen. Okay, so commons. Healing Rain. 3 cost. Restore 12 divided randomly across all friendly characters. This card is fucking garbage.
I don't know. Let's just go on here. It's
depending on how you're playing it. Okay, so let's say for instance you're playing it in. Okay, if you're playing in the Malagos deck. If you're playing like a Malagos burn deck thing, yes, it's a 3 mana. You're healing for 12. You're probably not running any. If you're not running many minions, then that's pretty good. If you're playing a control version, that's cool.
It's a 3 cost card that potentially heals 12 to your face.
Yeah.
And if all your minions are healed, then it's going to heal Is it healed randomly? If things are all healed, then it's not going to heal anymore, or does it just heal them for nothing?
I think it might just heal them for nothing, but I don't know. That's
we'll have to find out.
But
if it does do what it says on the tin and it just heal damage, like always damage, and always damage minions and always damage health, then that card's pretty good actually. Because I think it does kind of bring it kind of brings that kind of feral rage kind of feel to it, you know what I mean? Where it's kind of protecting Shaman, because Shaman do need that kind of extra level, because they haven't got a lot at the moment in terms of the long game.
Cobalt Hermit, 2 for a 1/1 battle cry. You choose a basic totem and summon it. It's kind of cool. Get you that final totem if you need to summon Alakia. If you did want to copy double a battle cry, you can get 2 spell damage totems and then just carry it and just do some stuff. And
you can pinpoint the certain totems like spell damage totem if you need to. So yeah,
like I say, it just gives you that one.
Well, it might as well just be Kobold Hermit summon the spell damage totem.
Spell damage totem, yeah, because it's never going to be another one. 2. Whoa, Crushing Hand. 2 cost, deal 8 damage to a minion overload. Oh yeah, you did tell me about this. I just completely forgot about it.
It's a really cheap way of getting rid of something, that's for damn sure.
It is.
Overload 3.
For 2. Basically, deal 8 damage to a minion, and just I don't know whether it's worth it.
It's hard to know. It's with the Overload deck.
Yeah.
It could be interesting. It might be interesting seeing the old Overload cards make a comeback.
Overload deck. You tease you.
No, I'm just saying. It could be a thing. You've got the Giants. They've been it's been a quiet thing until it actually comes out. Because you've had the Giants. You've got the what's it called? The 2/4 that whenever you play Overload, give it +1/+1, which is really good if you've got like nothing but overloads in your
There's that new card that I think it is Discover an Overload, then you overload, and then you got the. Okay, so that's the end of Shaman. So we have Runespear.
After your hero attacks, discover a spell and cast to random targets.
You can cast Healing Rain. 8 for a 3/3. It's like compared to like Total and Primalist, where you get a spell and it casts random targets.
Make it cost 2 less.
You can make it cost less. It's got 3 swings with it. You can hit Volcano, Lightning Storm, Healing Rain, Devolve.
And when you discover, you are discovering.
Yeah.
And so it does actually. You're going to be going across the whole Shaman.
Yeah. Devolve, Evolve, Bloodlust. There are some decent cards. It's just. I feel you'd play this in the totem deck.
I feel you would as well.
You'd play this in the totem deck because the totem deck's not exactly planning to win fast, so you're gonna get to turn 8, and it's just one of those things that if you do get an evolve on all your totems, then granted you're probably something out of Kia, but you're summoning a hell of a lot of Doomsayers. You could, but then you've got a field full of totems. They're like not dealing with them. You swing for 3, get a Bloodlust, and you're then all of a sudden doing a lot of damage to their face.
So again, potential. Who knows? Like I said, it's pretty much the theme of the card review.
I think it's one of them. It's just I think in original thoughts, it's crap. There could be a time where you're just not. You're going to get like a lightning bolt, a hex, and a magma, and what would it be? What's it called? Magma storm. That was the 5 cost that does 5 damage.
Oh. And you mean the 4 cost is 5 damage?
Yeah, that's the one. With Overload.
Yeah. I know the one, Stormbreaker or something.
Something like that. So basically, you're gonna get those 3 cards, and they're all gonna hit you. If you're playing the totem deck, hexing with your totem isn't bad. But the thing about this, you do get the Overload, which makes it kind of
even worse.
I think that honestly, I'm honestly remembering the Omnistone review where they were talking about the point to this card, then right at the end they just said, "Oh, you still got the Overload. This card's garbage." They're probably not wrong. Anyway, let's carry on. We've still got a lot to go through.
Yeah, 3 more classes, isn't it?
I think it's Warlock and Warrior.
Okay, so it's 2 more.
Dun dun dun. Put it this way: there's enough cards in the set now. I'm not even thinking about playing this card anymore. Ren of the First Disciple. 6/4, a 3/6 taunt. Death Rattle. Add the first seal to your hand.
Only on the Death Rattle. I thought it was a battle cry as well. Oh my god, it's so bad.
Yep.
Oh,
you didn't know it was a Death Rattle.
Oh no, I didn't know. Oh.
So
And then you go on this weird seal quest. So the first seal costs 5, and that summons you a 2-drop.
Yeah, so not only are you paying 6 for an understated taunt, you're then playing 5 mana to get a 2/2 demon,
which gets you a spell.
Which gets you another 5-cost spell that gets you a 3/3 demon.
What's going on in your board that you're able to get away with playing?
You're playing Warlock. You're playing the self-harming class.
What's going on in your board that you're able to stop an opponent from doing jack shit for this long?
You can then play another 5 cost that gets a 4/4. We're getting there. You get the 4th seal. You then get a 5 mana 5/5, which is kind of okay. You then get a 5 mana 6/6, and you add this dickhead to your hand. Azira the Devourer.
Mm-hmm.
So this, okay, so you what only shows the one you get for the 6/6. But Azira the Devourer is 10 for a 10/10 destroy your opponent's deck. When you've just spent 31 mana, what cards are left in your opponent's deck? How many cards have they got left?
No, you have to bear in mind, you spend 31 mana, but then you're spending another 10 mana. So 41. It costs you 41 mana to destroy your opponent's deck. Now, you're going to be playing decks like Miracle Rogue, which would have already drawn its entire deck
and it
by
doesn't
now.
start till turn 6. So they've already drawn.
Oh, no, not necessarily true, because you could do Meat Wagon deck and have like summoning pools come out to make it cheaper. But anyway, let's not rush too far ahead. Let's just talk about this. I mean, 41 mana. Okay, if you're playing against Miracle Rogue, it's already drawn its deck.
It's garbage.
If you're playing against Quest Mage, it's already drawn its deck by now. If you're playing against another Warlock, it's already drawn its deck by now.
And you're dead.
Yeah, if you're playing against a Druid, it's already drawn its deck by now. This is the worst card ever created.
This, honestly, this should have said, because in the self-harming class, which will never get to this stage of the game, this card could have said, Battle Cry, you win the game. It still wouldn't have been good. That's my thing. Like, it still wouldn't have been good, because destroying your opponent's deck doesn't do anything. They've still got cards in their hand.
And you've got to be holding off an opponent. You know, you're playing these 3/3s and 4/4s for 5 mana. So you've got 5 mana left to play with. And that 5 mana has to hold off an opponent who's not wasting their mana on fucking seals.
Yeah. This is the biggest load of garbage. And I hope to all and pray I open a gold one of these so I can go and craft Kingsbane.
Well, no, actually, I hope I get one out of the deck, because to be honest, out of the packs, because the first thing I'm doing after I've got everything I want is crafting this thing and just trying to make it work just for one game, just for the sake of one game where I make it work, because I want to be the first troll in the video afterwards. It's like, oh my god, he actually did it.
So, moving on, we have Lesser Amethyst Spellstone. We have his Lifesteal, deal 3 damage to a minion. Take damage from a card to upgrade. Lifesteal, deal 5 damage, take damage.
Warlocks, I'm not sure they're actually able to
take damage from a card to upgrade, then deal 7 on Lifesteal.
Can they do that?
So, Hellfire, Abyssal Enforcer, Infernal, even if you want to go crazy, Pit Lord,
Flame
Imp, and some new cards coming up as well. But I just think it's just a well-deserved heal for Warlock. Sod, I don't care.
You deserve it. Good job.
If you're looking at this,
you deserve it.
If you're looking at this and thinking, "Oh my god, I can survive in my seal deck now," kill yourself. You're playing this in good Warlocks, okay?
Yeah, because if you're taking damage from any of your cards, you shouldn't be playing the seal.
Dude, that's it. The seal has got one big great use. It's now made Discard Warlock not the worst Warlock deck. Quest Warlock is better than that.
What about Discard Warlock because they can activate the. Okay, so
You
okay. Hear me out, guys, because I'm probably gonna make this deck. Okay, so you got. Okay. I'm screw it for the sake of vanity. I'm just gonna skip ahead to this real quick. Okay, you got Cataclysm.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, it's you discard your entire hand and destroy all minions. Okay, so you're trying to get. Say you're making the seal deck. You're trying to get to turn 6, right?
Okay.
Say you haven't drawn Rin, right? You know what I mean. Because you threw it back into your deck. You're hopefully not drawing it in the first few turns. You should be able to do that quite successfully. If not, then you probably wouldn't play this too early. But this is going to make quest warlocks happen very quickly. You're going to be able to discard cards really, really quickly. How many cards is it for quest?
6.
6. You can do it. You can do it. There's things happen when you discard cards sometimes, with the things that
this card actually kind of makes Clutch Mother a bit worth it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because you're guaranteeing to hit the cards that get to your effects with discard rather than having 8-point cards, which people were able to do with Deathwing, but now you're doing it for a much cheaper thing. This is a Deathwing without the minion. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm playing this card because I have this card. I have a discard Warlock deck.
So now I'm
also playing this card.
I'm playing discard Warlock. That I'm able to activate the quest turn 5.
Yeah.
And then playing the seal.
So basically your plan is just to use the army of 3/2s to fend your opponent off.
While I'm sealing it up.
While you're sealing their fate. I'm going to counterspell your last seal. Anyway. So did we skip past it? No, we didn't. Okay, so Spellstone's good. I think it's just
really good card.
It's
really good card.
Voidlord is good if you can get it.
Once it's on the field, it's good.
Yeah, and I feel the one way you don't want to get this on the field is paying 9.
Oh yeah, other than summoning it, it's good.
You want to get it with that legendary that summons a 1 attack, 2 attack, and 3 attack minion.
Yeah, you want to get it with Bonds. You want to get it with pretty much everything except.
You want to get it with the maybe the Warlock legendary weapon, but we're just gonna.
You want to get it with what's that Kazaka style demon that summons all demons from your hand?
Oh yeah, I don't know its name, but I've never had it, so I don't know.
Yeah, that dude that summons all the demons from your hand.
Okay, so
you want to get it with N'Zoth. You want to get it with everything except paying for it.
Yeah. Hooked Reaver, 4 for a 4/4 if you have 15 or less health gain, +3/+3 and taunt. This card is really good.
Really good. It helps the heck out of a seal deck.
Yeah.
It's what you really need, really. You want to drop a 7/7 before you start whacking off your seals.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you got 41 mana to get through. You ain't going to get there.
Thanks for watching, guys. This has been great.
You're not going to get there without some friends, and Hooked Reaver is your friend. If you wanna play seals, play Hooked Reaver. Absolutely.
If you want to play seals, just kill yourself. We're on to the commons.
We're not promoting suicide. Except for you, Quest Mage, kill yourself.
We have got Vulgar Homunculus. Yeah. Which is a 2 mana, 2/4 taunt, which is so good. Battlecry, deal 2 damage to your hero. So it triggers the Spellstone. It's an early game demon.
You compare it to Flame Imp, you're gaining 1 extra mana and taunt. Sorry, 1 extra health and... sorry,
2 extra health.
Yeah, there's 2 extra health. I mean 1 extra stat and taunt.
This card is so good. They needed early game minions.
They needed early game taunt. Because to be honest, they've only just got the thing, and it's a demon as well, so you've got more stuff to come back. It's good that they've been really pushing the demons because they have become quite flavourless in their variety.
Yeah. And then Kobold Librarian, one of the best Warlock cards ever. Personally, I think 1 for a 2/1, draw a card. 1 mana, draw a card. It's good. Deal 2 damage to your heroes, so it triggers the Spellstone.
Yeah, so you're summoning a 2/1 and getting the effect of your.
This goes in pretty much every build of Warlock,
especially seals.
I mean, you do need draw in that deck, and everything else.
Yeah.
But anyway, and Dark Pact, also good in seals.
Destroy a friendly minion.
Restore 8 health.
Exactly what you need, because when you're trying to get your seals going, you really need to get your minion destroyed. You don't want them risking silencing it. So yeah, it's a taunter, sure, but you know, just destroy it yourself. Get it going. Dark Pact, get your seals going. You know, we're gonna get through this, guys.
We're gonna go to the Warlock legendary weapon. Skull of Manari and Skull of Man.
Except he's got
five for a 0.
Don't know many men with tusks.
5 for a 0/3. At the start of your turn, summon a demon from your hand. I think this card's pretty good,
especially with your Rin. You know, you're trying to get your Rin out early as possible, rather on turn 6. You can do on turn 5.
Is Rin a demon? Don't think Rin's a demon.
Please tell you Rin is a demon.
Hang on. Whoa. Do not think Rin's a demon. I'm pretty sure all your seal dreams are dead.
Oh my god, they really haven't tried with her at all, have they?
She's a gnome. She's just a possessed gnome. Doesn't make her a demon. Okay, so we're going.
Yeah, but demons look like kobolds. They look like anything.
Yeah.
They're just possessed.
Okay, so what I like about this is obviously demons. Most demons have got negative battle cries. So you have Bakari Fellhound, you have Doomguard, you have Pit Lord, you have Abyssal Enforcer, and it's just like, again, it's just you drop them, they kill them, you bring them back with Gul'dan.
The only problem is, start of your turn, bit of a nightmare. There's going to be a lot of weapon removal floating around,
yeah.
So you do have to kind of take a risk with this card or time it really well.
All these legendary weapons, in my opinion, are just going to be, they won't be played. Weapon removal will be played. If people realise people aren't playing weapons, then they take the weapon removal out their deck.
They've invented a floating meta, and that's what you need to do in a card game all the time.
Yeah, so I think this has got potential. Maybe not Pit Lord.
Well, it's nice. It's nice that a lot of the demons have a lot of taunt now, because you can, you can get the taunters out, and that's when you can start rinning off and start playing your seals.
So you've got.
I'm gonna make this work.
So you've got Doomguard, Infernal, and Abyssal Enforcer for the main demons you'd want to play with this. You wouldn't want to play Pit Lord because, at the end of the day, you don't mind playing those other 3 demons if necessary, and then you Gul'dan them back.
Yeah,
I think it's good.
But Pit Lord might even get somewhere, actually, because if you're trying to do like,
if you are trying to drop it, but you're trying to hit yourself in the face for 5,
yeah, but that's
not going to help you.
That's
seal
what I mean.
man.
But because it has healing now, and because it does have effects that work off the warlocks taking damage, Pit Lord actually might start finding a place, because it is cheap and it's got good stats.
Yeah.
So it's possible. It's possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the last class.
The most mistreated and abused class in the last couple of sets.
And I don't know if they're any better now. We have Lesser Mithril Spellstone. Summon 1 5/5 Mithril Golem, equip a weapon to upgrade. Summon 2 5/5 Mithril Golems, equip a weapon to upgrade. Summon 3 5/5 Mithril Golems for 7. Now, I like this card. I do. I feel it takes warrior, because I like the recruit thing. It just takes them in a different way, and I think as a few spellstones, if you like I've said in this stream, the second effect is good. 7 to summon 2 5/5s is pretty good. 7 to summon 3 5/5s is really good. And when it's gonna wreck your life.
It's relatively cheap. Every I'm not talking about the mana. The mana's quite huge, but the actual upgrade cost is just 1 weapon, so you only need 2 weapons to upgrade it. Yeah,
so 2. You pretty much play 2 blood reavers. Yeah. If you don't really play, because in this I'm pretty sure this is going to be the deck. You'd run the legendary weapon and the recruit cards and the big minions and things like that. It's going to be just the big warrior. So potential there. I think I'm going to try this warrior at some point. Unidentified. Oh god. Okay, we're not going to. Okay. Unidentified shield. Gain 5 armor for 6. Gain bonus effect. Gain 10 more armor. Deal 5 damage. Summon a 5/5 or equip a 5/2 weapon. I just feel for 6 mana it's just not good enough.
Okay. Well,
but that's just first glance. The effects are pretty good.
The way I try and break it down is, okay, so gain 5 armor, you can do that with a 1-cost spell in in Warrior, right?
Which is never seen play.
It's not really seen play. It's not really seen play. You can do that for 1 mana and nobody uses it.
Yeah.
So you can only possibly rate the effect of gaining 5 armor as 1 mana. So
yeah.
Maybe 2 because people use shield block. So shield block gains 5 mana and draw a card.
Yeah,
and you rate the draw a card as 1 mana. So maybe you can rate it as 2 mana.
Yeah.
So let's say at top end you relate it as 2 mana to gain the 5 armor. So anything else you're going to be doing is worth 4 mana.
Yeah. So gaining 10 more armor is not worth anything. I'm sorry. You can gain way too much. I think when we get further down in Warrior, obviously gaining armor in this set is good, but I think there are better ways of doing it.
Breaking it down, I can understand the stats. Like I said, if we're saying if 5 armor is worth 2 mana, then gaining 10 armor is worth 6, right? But so gaining 15 armor, if you're struggling that badly that you need to gain 15 armor,
you've probably lost.
If it's something extra that you're just adding on because you don't know what it's going to be until it gets to your hand, fair enough.
So,
but then it's like gain 5 armor, do 5 damage. It's a 10-point swing. It's a 10-point swing.
They have 2 cards, right? So they have gain 5 armor, deal 5 damage. Gain 5 armor, summon a 5/5. In 2 cards you get randomly for 6 mana. For 4 more mana for ultimate fucking infestation. It does all of those things and draws you 5 fucking cards. In comparison, I don't see this card seeing play. Because again, I think some of the effects aren't worth it.
Spite shield, gain 5 armor, summon a 5/2 weapon.
Meh. You may as well just play Arcanite Reaper, to be honest.
Yeah, this card's probably not going to see a lot of play. I don't really like it.
No, I don't. I just.
But then again, let's scroll up a second. It is a common, like as opposed to no, unidentified weapon is a common. So yeah.
Yeah, it's 5 dust. Yeah.
No, I was just.
No, I know. Yeah,
I don't, because you usually can relate to what they're trying to push, isn't it?
Ooh,
is that what it actually? Scroll up. That's what it looks like. Spike shield is a weapon.
Yeah.
That's an iron golem.
It looks pretty.
Iron golem looks like Iron Man.
Okay. I love this guy. At the end of your turn, summon a random minion that costs equal to your armor up to 10.
So, assumingly, if you have more than 10, it summons a 10.
Yeah. Pretty good. I like it.
Yeah. Plus, you can really work it in terms of what how much armor you're gaining and what you want.
Turn 10, bring it on, get a Deathwing. Go. Bring it on's really good with this. So many other things are really good with this.
And yeah, that combo doing stuff at the end of your turn again. Who knows?
Who knows what could happen with that. Reckless Flurry, really nice card. This one I have to say, which is
something that Warriors really, really needed. Another field wipe.
A Blade Flurry, basically. Spend all your armor, deal that much damage to all minions. So it's pretty good because if you're playing like a tempo-ish version of Warrior that runs your Acolyte Pain and your like Armor Smith, and you just blow up like 3 armor, 2 armor, you can still kill a rush field and still get the like added bonuses to your field.
So the extra armor back to your hand, the extra armor back on your minion and drawing cards and shit. It's good, and
and they get a really big field. You get a lot of armor.
It's versatile as well because it's like that whirlwind effect that you're trying to do damage to your own minions, so it doesn't necessarily have to be huge every time you do it. Yeah. Sometimes it could be smaller if you're trying to get that smaller effect. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice, and you can considering Warriors very much weapon based class. You can very much dictate how much armor damage you're doing it by playing weapons and attacking a certain minion to do certain amount of damage to your face.
Yeah. To
be able to lower the armor if you needed a lower thing, or even playing spells to boost it as high as humanly possible. So, for instance, bring it on and doing a bloody 10 damage field wipe. A 10 damage field wipe on turn 4.
Yeah.
Oh no, turn 5.
Turn 5.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Bladed Gauntlet's one of my favourite cards. Just what I think Warrior kind of deserves in a way, because it's using its armor. Like, armor's not just a stall tactic anymore. They're using their armor to do stuff. So you gain the armor, you can punch something really hard if you need to. If you want to get rid of one big thing, I just think it's a really nice weapon.
Yeah.
Such nice control. Because even if you just shield block, draw a card, shield slam your guy, hit your guy for 5.
Or the dream of armoring up to fucking no end and then playing Mare Noggin Fogger.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. It is gonna happen.
One day.
Bladed Gauntlet accidentally hits the hero.
Gather your party, 6 cost recruit a minion. If you're playing a deck which is these just high cost minions, like your just Primordial Drake, maybe like your Sarah Lich King, Gremosh, things like that, then just a recruit card is just really cool. They're one of the first cards, your first recruit cards we saw, and it's just one of those cards that just wants you to make your deck around a certain, make your deck in a certain way.
Yeah. And actually, this next one is actually one.
You like this one.
I like this one because start your turn, attack a random enemy. It's 3 for a 4/4. Now, normally when you get boost statted minions, the effect that you're getting from the minion is supposed to be almost a downgrade, a degrade.
Yeah, this is.
I actually see this as a positive because this is a super control. You're playing a 4/4 on turn 3, and then if your opponent pays any minions or has any minions on the board, this guy gonna kill him, and then you can still attack their face, or you can still kill the other minion.
Yeah.
For 3 mana.
Yeah.
Beautiful card. Beautiful card. I love it. I think again it's just what Warrior need to bring them back into the game.
Yeah, they needed something. And then we have a Dry Whisker Armorer. Battlecry, gain 2 armor for each of your opponent's minions. Really good. Your opponent's got a board, play that, gain armor, brawl them.
It's great for that immediate gain, isn't it? Cause
or gain armor and reckless fire their board.
Instead of that armor smith kind of slowly building, it's more like an immediate bang.
Yeah, we need armor, done.
You got 5 minions, bang, I gain 10.
Yeah.
Wipe your field with it.
Then a commons, 6 for a 5/9 taunt. Can only attack you have 5 more armor.
It usually does.
Yeah, and it's normally
especially if you summoned a 5/9 taunter.
It's normally going to attack, so it's pretty good. And then last, but by no means least, I would say we have the Warrior Legendary Weapon, the Woe Cleaver, 8 for a 3/3 Lasham weapon. But when after your hero attacks, recruit a minion. I think it's pretty good. I think that's one of the cards you'd want to downgrade the weapon cost.
Oh yeah, totally.
I just think that it's got a lot of potential with like Grom. I think Grom's a really fun one because you can, like I say, you play this, you could attack Grom, then add to it a regular Whirlwind, and then Grom goes in for 10.
I actually got rid of my Grom.
Did you? Your gold Grom? I never had Grom.
Did you not?
Still don't have Grom.
Oh, that's a shame.
But it's just it's Warriors not played for anything with it. So, like I say, we'll have to see how good Recruit is, and then it's going to be how good would this Warrior be against the other decks, and then will this Warrior be any good against anything else? And
so all that aside, like, what is your favorite pick out of this whole set? What would you say your favorite, hands down, the best card for you, the card you're most excited about, the card you're definitely playing? What would you say that is?
Oh god, it's pretty tough.
It is tough because it is a good set.
It is a good set.
Fair play to Blizzard because it does look like a good set.
Yeah.
If anything goes like I'm just gonna say now, if anything goes wrong and we do end up with another disaster like Quest Mage, I forgive you because you've tried hard. I can see the work you put into this. It looks like a really good set.
Yeah. If
Quest Mage does come back, I might change my mind. Not say Quest Mage, but a type like Quest Mage. Quest Mage can suck a dick. Oh my god, the Mage cards are ridiculous.
Yeah. So I'd say like I have to say it's gonna be like Kingsbane. Kingsbane for me. Like there's a few. I love the Mage Legendary. I love the Paladin weapon. I think putting Paladin aside is my favorite class. Kingsbane.
Yeah. Rin is not my favorite. I will be making a Rin deck.
I'm looking forward to playing straight away. I'm gonna make a discard warlock.
Yeah.
Feel okay. So, by far, the worst card in the set for me is the that fucking hunter weapon.
Really?
The candle thing.
Oh, the okay. I thought you meant the legendary one.
Oh,
No. Yeah, the candle thing. Immune.
The one for a 1/3, you're immune.
Why? I just understand with Hunter's Mark and stuff, but why? Honestly, it just doesn't make any sense.
Kingsbane's got so much potential to be so good with everything else around it, and it's just, yeah. So what would you say yours is then?
Absolutely 100% the darkness.
Great card. Great
Love
card.
it.
Can't, yeah.
It's fun.
I can't even, yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's top of the meta, but the potential's huge, and I love it. I think it's good fun. It's gonna get digged a lot. You're gonna put a lot of work to get your heart trampled on. I understand that, but it's just good fun. Yeah, it's good fun, and I think it really holds the spirit of what Hearthstone's all about.
Oh, you got Gibber River.
Gibber Gibber River.
Gibber River.
Gibber Gibber River.
Gibber
Gibber River. Gibber Gibber Gibber.
Gibber Gibber River.
Or Gibber Gibber Gibber. Gibber Gibber.
Gibber Jigabber.
Gibber Gibber. Jigabubba.
Jigabubba.
Burger Jibberda Burger.
Jibber
Ah, he summoned the good Jibbergubba.
Not the Gibber.
Yes, that's right, the good Jigabugabba. Oh yeah, no. What are we talking about? Okay, we said our favorite cards, but yeah, hands down the best card in the set
is Jigabugabba.
Jigabugabba.
Jigabubba.
Jigabba. Jigabub. Gabba. Good Jugabugabba. Jibug. Oh, can't even freaking say it. Jibburger.
Jibburger.
Good Jibburger. I can't even say it twice. Jigabba. But Jigabba. I'm gonna lose my language after a while.
Okay then, guys. Well, we have been streaming for like nearly 4 hours, so we're gonna lose our voice.
Our brain is mush.
And I've got to go to bed. I've got to be up in like 6 hours. So, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed our review of the set.
Mm-hmm.
Look forward to hopefully on Friday we'll be doing another stream/video of me opening all my packs.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, until we see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.
Ciao.